Well, good evening, everyone. And I saw you guys in the chat saying that I always start fashionably late and that Runkle's the only one starting on time. I will have you know I was 2 minutes late, two and a half, maybe three. That's got to be a record for me, right? I think it is. Anyways, yep, and it was a little bit chilly outside. No audio, low volume. I have to fix that. Hang on. There, is that better? Hopefully that's better. I hope it's better. Let me know if it's not. But if it isn't, I'll just talk a lot louder. Yes, I had my sweater on because I was outside pulling in the garbage cans because that's what we do as adults. Friday evenings we pull in the trash cans and we get ready for the weekend. Anyways, what's up with you guys? How's it going? How's your week? Hopefully you are all good, well rested. Well, not really. Hopefully you're exhausted after a long week because that's the best part because we get to enjoy Fridays. Anyways, where are you? Where are you tuning in from? How was your week? Tell me about it. If it was good, tell me why it was good. If it was bad, tell me why the weekend's going to be better. And then, as always, tell me what you have next to you drinking, whether it's tea, coffee, water, soda, wine, cocktail of some variety, as long as it's not Malort, and or any other beverage of choice. Let's see here. Who we got? We have New Mexico, Nashville, Tennessee. We've got you guys, yeah, Kentucky. I'm getting trolled here. You guys are all saying, "Where is it? Where is it?" Hogue is always on time too. Yeah, he's always on time. He is a dad, and he has to be on time all the time. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, Honolulu, Chicago, Southern California, Fort Pierce, Florida, Western New York, New Orleans, drinking some Mountain Dew. Long, tiring week. That seems to be the case for a lot of people. Lumberton, Texas, upstate New York, the good old Kentucky, Calgary, and yep, I'll talk about that in a second. Costa Rica, Southeast Florida. Hope you're doing okay. Got some second week of law school. Oh my gosh. Congratulations, slash, I'm sorry, in Birmingham, UK, in the books. Congrats. Philippines. Saturday morning from Shanghai. Good morning. Hopefully, we'll start your weekend off well. Texas and lime water for now. Illinois flavored water. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Connecticut. Wicked head cold. At least it wasn't the spicy flu. Thank the Lord. Phoenix, Arizona. We've got some rose. We've got someone doing shots in honor of the return of my evil twin. Kentucky. We've got people from Wisconsin, Minnesota, all of the above. A good blend from France. Food on the way in Seattle. Awesome. Can't believe it's Friday already. I can. It was a week. London. Raid here in Ohio with a root beer. FWB, Fort Worth Beach, Florida. Sure, I'm gonna go with that. Beer, hair of the dog. Ooh, that sounds like last night was a rough one. Bad, better, bad, best now. Good, love it, awesome. From Virginia, hey Christy. Oh my gosh, I would love to. I can't get all of you guys. It's crazy. It's Canton, Ohio, Washington State. How was the week? Was it bad? Did we have a good week? We've got weather coming in. Oh, I have a guest. I have a guest who's going to make all of y'all really, really mad because I can see the scenery that she's tuning in from. And she is looking rather confused at the moment because I haven't brought her on because I'm just looking at the scenery. There's the smile. Hi, Debbie.
Hey, I've got some wine barrels behind me. Oh, that's the house. We'll go this way. Look like I'm in the vineyard.
Harold.
How's my connection?
Perfect. You know what? It's good.
Because I have like Wi-Fi outside, but it's not the greatest. So we'll see.
So usually I ask people where they're tuning in from and what they're drinking and how their week was. But judging by where you are at the moment, I'm guessing your week was pretty awesome.
It's been really good so far. Got in last night, but yeah, Napa Valley, California. It's
Did you hit
88 degrees here. So nice.
Oh,
And I'm drinking
I don't like you
water
very much.
right now. Because later.
Rehydrating before you dehydrate.
Later. Yeah, exactly. You gotta like rehydrate before you dehydrate. Yeah.
You guys gonna go to Kohl's? Chop House?
Yeah. No. Maybe. Actually, you know, you said that. It's like literally like a block and a half away, I think.
You have to go. Go late at night because all the winemakers are there and they will love to just give you all of their wine recommendations and you'll have bottles that are sent over. It's pretty awesome.
Oh.
Really is cool.
Oh.
And then if you stay there late enough and if you do enough pre-hydrating that you can get sufficiently dehydrated at the table, then the winemakers will come over and talk to you.
Oh, hey, I love talking to people. I need a cushion. I'm gonna go steal a cushion from one of the chairs. Give me a second.
Debbie's gonna go steal a cushion from a chair. That sounds like theft. She shouldn't be doing that. She's a prosecutor.
It's from the other chairs. It's like, I don't know, they're a little rustic, okay? Last night we got in late and went down to meet our friends that are here. We're here for a wedding. So everybody had dinner because they flew in earlier. In this brewery, we're finishing up dinner in the back room and like all the parents are starting to go home. And all of a sudden, what do my ears hear? 90s
Goats?
and 2000s hip hop. It's like
you were
so
singing
fun.
And dancing like a kid in a candy store.
We went to like walk out and my husband kept walking like, oh, we're going to the car. I'm like, no, we're not. And I talked everybody into staying and we had so much fun. So much fun. I sent some Snapchats. Maybe I didn't include you. I tried to. I probably
No,
I don't put them on my story.
I haven't been able to open my Snapchat in a while, but yeah, I'm sure they're there. Let me see.
Oh, they're very amusing because there was a lot. That DJ man, he just kept every time I thought, man, I hope he plays blah blah blah. It magically within a few moments.
He played blah blah blah.
Yeah. Well, not that, but like every song from my youths.
Your youth.
I love being on my computer because I can see the comments now. Hey, everybody.
and now
yes, I am an attorney. I may not appear to be an attorney, but I am. And two of the ladies that I met that are in the wedding are also attorneys, lady attorneys. It's like the brain power in that. Before we drank it away last night was really fun.
Speaking of lady attorneys, have you caught any of the Waukesha Parade Massacre, Daryl Brooks' trial?
I have not. I'm bad at paying attention to other cases. I have so many of my own cases going on that I'm like, not great at it. But fill me in, please. I need to be enlightened.
I don't know if you want to be enlightened. One, it's like terrible to see. And two, it's like kind of like poetic justice to see. So he fired his attorneys last week, and he's proceeding pro se. And he is declaring and he's asking the court about whether they have jurisdiction over him repeatedly. He's objecting all the time, talking over the judge. The judge is doing everything she can to calmly handle a situation that's unhandleable. Prosecutors that I have seen have been females, and the judge is likewise female, and they all have a lovely Wisconsin accent. The trial's going great / horribly.
Oh. Huh.
You know what? The thing is, there's no question, factually speaking, whether he is or is not guilty of what he's being charged with. It's just this is the circus that he wants.
He's trying to get like a movie deal out of it or something. Like you're gonna be in prison. Like what? You'll get like more ramen noodles than the rest if you. No.
He ripped his shirt off during jury selection.
Oh.
He had to be escorted to a different courtroom. Yes, his shirt was off. It was the judge gave him a little sign.
Like undershirt was still on or like nipples were present?
We're talking everything present. And like the judge gave him a little sign that he could hold up from the separate courtroom saying objection when he was objecting to something.
Can I get a copy of one of those? I would like to start implementing that. St. Joe County.
No, I think that you and I would probably face different consequences than being escorted to a different courtroom. We might spend a night in detention.
Probably, honestly. Yeah.
If I just held up a sign in front of a judge and just said objection, I don't think the judge would take too kindly to that. But while you've been traveling, did you see the news that Nick Rikiata's channel got taken down?
No. God, I am so behind the times. I was dancing to 90s and 2000s hip hop. I wasn't looking at stuff. Then I went shopping today a little bit.
It was really bad. It was bad. The channel got taken down.
Why?
Well, hang on. Let me see here if I can do this. There we go.
Oh. Cyberbullies.
That's what he said. So when going up against a group of cyberbullies, now this is Christopher Boozy. Do you know? Are you familiar with him?
No, I'm a terrible guest right now. I'm sorry.
Classy guy.
Everything.
That's fine. I like this. This is great. He likes to block people, and he created Bot Sentinel, which is this apparently fantastic Twitter tool for finding problematic accounts, even though it doesn't like flag the Ayatollah of Iran and everybody else. So he got in a fight with Nate the lawyer and a bunch of everybody else. He tried to dox me personally.
Nate the lawyer.
I know.
Wait, are you putting me on a shit list right now? Are you talking about I'm going to be a target? Thanks, man.
No.
Appreciate it.
He's not going to target a prosecutor. That, by the way, Mr. Boozy, if you are watching this by any chance, targeting a prosecutor and trying to dox a prosecutor, generally speaking, doesn't tend to go over well. So I'm not saying anything about you personally. I would caution against saying anything about me or my guest personally, because I don't think it's going to go very well in that regard. Anyways,
plus I got like a herd of goats that will stomp people. I mean, they're vicious.
Yes.
People are asking about them. They're good guys. I have somebody taking care of them. I have a whole household taking care of them right now. They're all good. Anyway,
effing Dennis.
Dennis is, God rest his soul. You know,
God rest his soul as in he kicked the bucket, or God rest his soul as in he's annoying?
Like Dennis, like the sheep Dennis.
Yes.
Dennis. He gets sold at an auction. Now people are going to...
Okay. Nope. That is, it's a circle of life.
It is.
No, that just happened.
How market works. This is how market works, guys. I'm sorry. But Dennis was a fence jumper from the start anyway, and he was an asshole. But I loved him anyway.
We need a Dennis 2.0.
Yeah, I mean, we'll think of something. Tucker finds some really good names for his animals. So fucking Dennis he's across the Rainbow Bridge, and Tucker still cries. I shouldn't say this out loud. I shouldn't say that.
Don't say this online. Don't make the chat sad.
I'm not making the chat sad. It wasn't really sad. Fair was sad. Like, I love Fair. Fair is so fun for me. It's like my vacation, right? Awesome, fun time. Lots of things at Fair that were fun. Not fun is like the end of Fair and saying goodbye, and that's terrible. Anyway, let's move on to other things. Let's talk about this guy, Boozy. Right, he's got a great last name. I'm just saying, Boozy.
Great last name, Boozy. Yeah, like it.
Anyway,
so he started a fight with everybody, and I'm seeing the chats. I know, I'm getting there. You guys,
I am interrupting his story 57 times.
No,
so
it's perfect because this is a good explanation for people who don't know. Christopher Boozy goes out after Nick's channel gets taken down, like midstream. And Christopher Boozy goes out with these tweets and basically says, when going up against a group of cyberbullies, identify the loudest, aka Nick, and make an example out of him first, and the rest of the bullies will quickly realize you aren't the one who should be afraid. They are. So that was October 6th.
4:09 a.m.
Yeah, he was spiking the football. And then new in less than a month, Twitter has suspended Rikiata law, and YouTube permanently banned him last night. Maybe Nate the lawyer will give him a few boozy bucks, or Eric can invite him onto his channel so they can talk about how dumb and terrified I am. Thoughts and prayers. So let me tell you how well that aged.
I want boozy bucks. That
boozy
sounds fun.
bucks. Boozy bucks are his little invention for Nate invented them. When he started going after everybody, Nate crowdfunded a lawyer to sue him for defamation.
Oh my.
That's happening.
pretty intelligent, honestly. Like crowdfunding, man. So that's a good use of crowdfunding right there.
Yeah, it's a lot to catch up on. Anyways, this is real time. So let's see if I can pull this one up. And that would be Nick Ricata's channel. Let's go ahead and let's refresh to make sure I'm not crazy. Refresh. It's still there. So within the course of...
He didn't even lose a subscriber. Well, I mean, I don't know how many he had before, but he's got a lot of subscribers.
All the videos,
all Nick, why don't you like share some subscribers?
Back. I mean, it's not a terrible thing. So that all happened. And then let's go back to this one because I'm having fun with this. Because why not have some fun?
So Nick's channel, like, is he just like really controversial, or
he's controversial?
What? Oh,
he's controversial. But here's the thing. I mean, the funny thing is Nick is controversial. He is. And I want to talk about this one too. So First Amendment stuff, you don't just protect things that are nice and funny. You protect all kinds of speech. Caustic. What was the New York Times v. Sullivan? Caustic, abrasive. I forget the exact quote, but everything that's said is protected, presumed protected free speech. You don't just get to block people or ban people because you don't like what they're saying. You don't get to control the internet. This is not North Korea. This is not China. So all of that happens, and Nick
can have obscenity, you know.
Well, this is crazy. You're going to like this. If you don't know this story, you're going to like this part. So Nick gets his channel booted off of YouTube midstream, and he goes over on Rumble, alternate streaming platform. And Nick's show will usually have between 4,000 and 5,000 people in a given evening. That night on Rumble, which is an alternate platform, he had 25,000 live.
Wow.
He basically increased Rumble's viewership and subscriber base by I don't even want to guess. And Christopher Boozy made this comment.
This is fun. There's the whole story in here.
I know. I like stories. It's great. I like this. This is what happens when you get a trial attorney.
Story time. I like it.
I know. You get a trial attorney, and we like to present this stuff and to lay it out. And we like to do this stuff. It's fun. Christopher Boozy goes out and says, without YouTube's massive user base and algorithms to push Rikiata Law's toxic content, Rikiata Law will flop on any other platform. Ask Yankee Wally how it worked for her. Well, Rikiata Law had 25,000 live yesterday, and he did just fine, and he's doing just fine. And he's got his channel back.
Wally? Who are these people?
He's one of these other. Debbie, I like the fact. Just stay in your corner. You will be so much happier.
I stay in my lane. I just stay in my lane. I do what I can when I can. It's fun.
Oh, it's great.
But like, you guys all like fist fighting over here with your words.
I actually have not been. I've been back and forth from trial. I've been out of this mess until like this week. I got a chance to look at it again. So Boozy goes and makes this comment again, dunking or spiking the football. Well, how did that age for him? That was, there we go. This is again spiking the football. I didn't block him because I got destroyed. I blocked him because he is an arrogant imbecile who apparently can't read. I shared the entire policy, yet he quotes the section about creating multiple accounts. I literally said they told people to spam the hashtag. So he's going and he's spiking the football and saying, I won. You're blocked. Well, this is all before he gets his channel back. And then all of a sudden you see the massive backtrack. YouTube reversed its ban on Rikiata Law. I've said numerous times on the record that YouTube incentivizes creators to publish content that often violates its policies, and it needs to be regulated. YouTube is a publisher and needs to be treated accordingly. Doesn't that sound a little bit scary?
I don't know anything about him, so it's really hard for me to comment on this. But looking at it, he's just kind of jumping onto whatever is happening instead of being authentic on his own, right? Like I'm authentic. I don't fucking know what you guys are doing. I don't know what you're doing, but I wouldn't jump on Twitter and start tweeting about things and pretending that I do. I just tell you that
You
I
know,
honestly don't know what you guys are doing.
Hang on. I had to take the trash cans out of the trash bags back so we get. It's a little
Uh
hot.
oh.
I'm getting hot.
Hat. Oh shoot. Wait. Did you not just complain about a guy removing his shirt during court?
I'm not removing my shirt. I'm not removing my shirt.
Well, that was a sweatshirt. It was a sweatshirt. Has the word shirt in it. No. I like it. Are you gonna sell those now?
No, I don't sell them. Popcorn Planet sells them.
Okay. Well,
because he started blocking. He blocks everybody on Twitter that disagrees with him. And,
because we can't agree to disagree like adults. Awesome.
No, you have to be an adult to do that.
Oh,
and he's a
very adulty.
So, yeah, I got blocked by Christopher Boozy, as did so many other people. Because what he likes to do is he likes to control the narrative, and by blocking people who have adverse ideas, when he posts a tweet, all of a sudden, all you see is the echo chamber. So it makes it look like he's so right.
Because all the people are just agreeing. You're missing a lot of super chats. I'm just saying. I'm not an expert at this, and I'm terrible at it.
I'm going to pull them up. I'm pulling them up.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
I was going to try to touch them, but then I'm not. I don't know. I don't have the ability, apparently. So.
All right, let's see here. Vez from Quebec. I have my Lawyers and Dragons cap right 2 right now. We play this on Saturday. Lawyers and Dragons.
I don't know what that is.
You don't have to, but you should, because we wake up early on Saturday morning and we enjoy ourselves playing Dungeons and Dragons.
You sleep in on Saturday mornings.
I don't do that. I end my stream sometime around 11:30 at night, and then I wake up early and I play Dungeons and Dragons.
No,
it's fun.
No.
But anyway,
I mean, it's fun for you. We're going to agree to disagree on this because we're adults. See how that works?
You can do that.
See how that works?
You can do that.
I think it's more fun to sleep in and then play with my goats or something. But you can play video games. They're your thing. There's not my thing.
It's not video game. It's not a video game.
What is it?
Uncivil Law. I'll tell you in a second. Uncivil Law had a great stream on the ERA. Life is good. Thank you, Uncivil. Thank you, Kurt. Glad you're having a good one. Sue, Lily,
Granville, Michigan. Go Granville Bulldogs.
There you go. Just grab some coffee after a walk. It's Candy. Thanks, Rob, for all the content. Yay for Friday Frenzy. It's Saturday, 1 p.m. here in New Zealand, so it's time for a mega pint of bourbon and Cokes and snacks.
Oh, my.
Ooh, that sounds fun. Truffle Hound. Debbie, are your goats temperamental princess and princesses too? I'm struggling with mine this morning.
Yeah, they're probably in heat, honestly. It's like that time of year, so good luck with that. Yes, they can be temperamental. Yep. So I got somebody watching them right now.
Yorktown Heights, New York. I'm 77. Love you guys on Friday. Hi, Joellen. Thank you for being here.
I hope you identify as like a 55-year-old. I identify as a 26-year-old. That works.
Snoopykins. Not sure if my Snapchat or if my super chat went through, so I'll try again. I'll have to be a part of the replay crew, but hope the Dutch sweets are making you forget the malort. Have a great weekend. Yes, Snoopykins. She sent me a box. She sent me a box.
Jealous.
A full box of all the Dutch sweets, and I've eaten like a quarter of them. But yeah, it was awesome little care package. Jules O. Brooks court case is entertainment at the best, but for a sad situation. I think that's probably a pretty good way of describing it. Diana B. Boozy blocked me. LOL. He blocks everybody. He has a massive blocking campaign. Basically, if you follow any one of us, he blocks you. So
so then we don't see him. So I guess that doesn't.
I don't pretend to know his motives. I'm being told, Rob, introduce Debbie. Debbie, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Debbie. I'm not in Michigan right now, but normally I am. And I have goats. I'm a prosecutor. I have adult ADD. It's undiagnosed, but I'm pretty sure I do. So that's me.
You're in good company, dear. You know you are.
Can all just, fun times. So that's, I don't know. I have a page. I have a YouTube page. It's called Debbie Davis Said. Check it out. I'm not consistent on putting things up, but it is what it is. So I do fun things.
That's the thing. Debbie's things are fun. They're always fun. Every single time, it's always fun.
Just wait until I invite you on again, because people have sent me some videos, and I'm saving them up for you.
The last time Debbie invited me on, she showed me poop videos where the suspect was defecating themselves while being arrested. That was not pleasant, but you know what? We do what we do.
You know what? Shit happens. And if the officers have to see it and deal with it, we should have to see it and deal with it so that we understand the shit that they go through, literally.
Did you have to say shit like 3 or 4 times? You did. You're a child.
I know.
It's fantastic.
It's true. I identify as a 26-year-old with the humor of a 13-year-old.
Twisted Tragedy. Rikiata got his channel back. Yep, I saw that. Hopefully you did too. Riki Tiki TV. Rikiata has risen. He has.
Riki Tiki Tabby. It's from a book.
I didn't know that. Sorry.
Read once in a while.
I tried. Nick's YouTube account has been reinstated, but he does not plan on streaming on YouTube. He will be streaming on Rumble from now on. It is a YouTube-like platform. He's up to 70,000 subscribers. Yep, because YouTube has marked his channel for it's not even YouTube. It's just people doing these mass block campaigns and mass report campaigns. It's really pretty terrible. Like, your side of the world is so much more pleasant than that side. It's really bad. It's pretty bad. Joe Ellen just turned 77 2 weeks ago. Happy belated birthday.
Belated birthday. Have a shot of Malort for Rob.
Don't do that.
If you can find it.
That's bad. Not good for your health. I want to see you hit 78. So we're not going to do that. Ms. Pete, thank you very much for the generous super chat. T in Tennessee. Late to the party, but he is so unreal. He is. Vez from Quebec. Debbie, you just described Boozy perfectly within 2 minutes of knowing about him. Yep, man-child.
It's a gift, people. It's a gift.
She's flattered. Cindy T. I didn't even disagree with Christopher Boozy, but I was blocked by him. I followed lawyers he didn't like and post pics of cats. That's the thing. He blocks anybody who follows anyone who disagrees with him. It's that bad.
Like, so it's just like that. There was a documentary. I watched it. It's the only one I've watched in a while. Oh my god! Holy shit! I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. I thought it was an animal, but it's like a plum or something. Hold on. I'm sorry.
Awesome.
All right, no. See, can I see it? See that? Like, it looks like a turd, but it's like a plum or something. I don't know. It came out of these bushes over here. Like, okay. To be fair, I'm a little jumpy because the morning that we left to come out here, I was trying to finish up stuff at the barn, and I ran down there after the kids went to school because they did not finish chores. And I was like trying to check something on my phone, so I wasn't paying attention. All of a sudden, like this furry something came flying, not at me, okay, I'm not, but like in front of me and hit the ground. And I don't know if it was a red squirrel or it was a chipmunk, but it came out of the hayloft, and I was like, whoa, and jumped up, and I didn't want to like run out like a weenie, so I just stood on like a box and waited for the cats to try to chase it, and then it ran out. But anyway, so I'm slightly jumpy. I don't know if I think a squirrel is gonna like jump out at me or what, but it was weird. Okay, sorry. Your show. Go on.
Donnie Joe Mo. I'm nobody, and CB blocked me, and I was nice. Thank you for the super chat. Jojo 6178. Thank goodness. Everyone is not the same. Seems like Boozy wants everyone to be exactly like him. Kind of. Just a bit. Warner. I got blocked by Boozy. I've never tweeted. Just follow certain people on Twitter. Got blocked by Boozy.
But how do you know you got blocked? Does it like notify you? Does it say, hey, you got blocked?
If you go and type his name in, like his profile shows up and it shows blocked, or you'll like respond to a tweet. And when you go to look at it, it's like you can't see the response by somebody else, and you're like, oh, maybe they blocked me. Yeah. Lisa Woodhart.
I guess I don't pay that much attention.
Yeah. Lisa Woodhart, I need that shirt. Never posted on Twitter, but Boozy blocked me. Why? It's crazy. The shirt is available at Popcorn Planet. You can find it there. Nolag Nidun, maybe.
Yep, I think that sounded right.
I hope it did. Good morning from Ireland.
Correct you.
Christopher Boozy blocked me and for doing nothing more than following some of my favorite law tubers. His block bots only block the cool kids. Guess that makes me cool.
Wait.
I think you might be blocked. Go check and see if you're blocked.
All right, cool. When I get a minute, if I remember.
Yeah, if you remember. It's not that important. Kimmy Davis from California drinking a kamikaze. Hope you all have a good weekend.
I haven't had one of those in a while. Like a
Brooks
shot
cry
or like a drink.
I think a drink. No, I don't remember.
I thought they were shots.
They are.
I guess you can make it into.
But you can make it into a
I've done
drink.
those in a while.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see Brooks cry from the other courtroom? Yeah, he was crying a little bit. He's frustrated. Donnie Joe Mo, thank you to the mods as always. Debbie makes me snort laugh. So great to have both of you together. I love having Debbie on. Debbie and I have a good time together.
Oh, we do have a good time.
Always.
I mean, I ditched my husband in the house. He's watching our high school team back in Michigan is playing, and so I was like, "Hey, do you mind if I hop out here? We're winning, so I figured it was all right." It's looking at that cute water boy. It's our child, so I was trying to take a picture on the screen. Anyway, so I'm glad I can come out here and make you start laugh because.
Oh, perfect.
Now there's like a bird. I'm gonna get attacked by a bird.
Oh, jeez.
Getting my hair or something. I don't know.
My daughter keeps asking me when I'm going to grow up. Never. Don't do it. Never advise.
Nope.
Brentwood Chic. Boozy is the Regina George of Twitter. Okay. Wait, hang on. I got to remind myself because I know the name. Regina.
Oh my God, where's
George.
this bird at?
Oh, it's Mean Girls. It's the Mean Girls. I knew that. It's the chick from Mean Girls.
Oh, yeah. It's been a minute since I saw that movie. That bird is getting closer. I think it hears you.
I attract birds now.
I don't know. It's like raptor. Like whenever I'm on, you're on. Raptor's always like cockadoodle doing. Now I got a bird somewhere. It's probably gonna come eat this plum or whatever the hell just fell off this tree.
Probably. Blocked by CB on my main, not my second. I'll gladly be a spy for a small fee.
Ooh.
Oh my.
So we all gotta make burner accounts? Nice.
Apparently.
Okay.
Bop it. Boozy blocked me. I feel like one of the cool kids. You are one of the cool kids.
Did you ever play Bop It, Rob?
I did. Bop It was so much fun.
I wasn't great at it. I think we still have one. My mother-in-law has it at her house, and the kids play it.
All right. So, Debbie,
Bird?
did you?
Hitchcock.
I know that you haven't seen a lot of news this week, but did you see that the Onion? Do you know what the Onion is?
I do know what the Onion is. I literally started to have like, oh, this is like the topics are this and this. And he's like, oh, I'm like, I don't know, though. I probably should have Googled some things before I came on here. But no, I just like you to explain it to me. Like Cliff Notes version. That's what I need. Here we go.
Onion posts 100% satire. 100% satire. They basically make parody everything. They're a parody newspaper. So literally they will run articles like Supreme Court is the most supreme of all courts. Like, and that will be the article. And they will basically make it to troll anyone who's dumb enough to not realize they're being parodied. So,
and I love when people share them as if they're real.
Oh, like, it's fantastic.
Okay.
And that's kind of what they do. So this week they filed a brief with the Supreme Court. So the Onion filed a brief with the Supreme Court. And I'm pulling this up because I'm going to pull the brief up because the brief is worth the read. We're going to read it real quick because it's pretty good. The website for hilarious fake headlines asked the justice to take up a case of Parma, Ohio man who spent 4 days in jail after using a fake Facebook page to mock the local police department.
That's not nice.
It's not nice. Anthony Novak was found not guilty, but he spent 4 days in jail. The cops arrested him because he had a Facebook page that was a clear parody page. It said things such as, if you are a if you are one of the people that the bad things with kids, we're not going to say the word. Yeah, we're not going to say the word. Bad things with kids. If you're one of those, if you show up and you take this class, you can be removed from the offenders list. Like it was stuff like that. He was posting. It was clearly jokes. It was like if you want to apply to be a police officer. Not for somebody that thinks
that they can do that. I don't know.
I know, but it was. He did that among several others, and it's not tasteful. It's not. But that was That was the Facebook post. It's not tasteful. It was satire. But they arrested him. They arrested him under a law that basically allowed for. And let's do this. I'm going to pull this one up because I'll pull the brief up. They arrested him under a law that was interference with police enforcement.
Oh,
A little bit vague,
like an obstruction of justice type thing, but like,
vaguer.
huh? It's interesting.
So this is the writ of certiorari, or this is the amicus brief to the writ of certiorari.
Oh, good Lord.
Oh, it's fantastic.
This is something with a
So-
straight face. I like that. That was funny. That was.
Oh no, this is probably some of the best writing I have seen in a long time. Let me zoom in. So now you have to kind of know that The Onion is satire.
Right.
So The Onion is one of the world's leading news publications, offering highly acclaimed, universally revered coverage of breaking national, international, and local news. Rising from its humble beginnings as a print newspaper in 1756, The Onion now enjoys a daily readership of 4.3 trillion and has grown into the single most powerful and influential organization in human history. This is the first paragraph of an amicus brief filed with the Supreme Court.
That's pretty ballsy. I mean, it's pretty funny.
In addition to maintaining a towering standard of excellence to which the rest of the industry aspires, The Onion supports more than 350,000 full and part-time journalist jobs in the numerous news bureaus and manual labor camps stationed around the world, and members of its editorial board have served with distinction in adversary capacity for such nations as China, Syria, Somalia, and the former Soviet Union.
Oh,
On top of its journalistic pursuit, this gets better. On top of its journalistic pursuits, The Onion also owns and operates the majority of the world's transoceanic shipping lanes, stands on the nation's leading edge of matters of deforestation and strip mining, and proudly conducts tests on millions of animals daily.
Oh. Not goats, though.
Mm-hmm. And then the footnote, no counsel for any party authored this brief in whole or in part, and no counsel or party made a monetary contribution intended to fund the preparation or submission of this brief. Please don't treat the parties badly. We are doing this for us.
That's cute.
Yep. The Onion's
there's always
keen.
a footnote.
Oh, it's so great. The Onion's keen, fact-driven reportage has been cited favorably by one or more local courts, as well as Iran and the Chinese state-run media along the way. The Onion's journalists have garnered sterling reputation for accurately forecasting future events. One such coup was the Onion scoop revealing that a former president kept nuclear secrets strewn around his beach home's basement 3 years before it even happened. Footnote.
Fantastic.
Here's a footnote. See Mar-a-Lago assistant manager wondering if anyone coming to collect nuclear briefcase.
I mean, that's pretty good.
It's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
The Onion files this brief to protect its continued ability to create fiction that may ultimately merge into reality. As the Globe's premier parodist, The Onion's writers also have a self-serving interest in preventing political authorities from imprisoning humorists. This brief is submitted in the interest of at least mitigating their future punishment, i.e., please don't punish us.
We're just trying to be funny. Don't punish us for being funny. It's great.
This made national, this not just made national news, this was everywhere. Let me see here.
Hmm.
So Americans can be put in jail for poking fun at government. This was a surprise to America's finest news source and an uncomfortable learning experience for its editorial team. Indeed, Ohio police officers arrest, prosecute man who made fun of them on Facebook might sound like a headline ripped from the pages of The Onion.
Well, when you say make fun of them, okay, so when you first said it's like because he was like posting things about like people that do crimes that can just take a class and get it off the record. But were they also like just like poking fun at the police officers? Like, or like
some of
I
it.
don't know.
It was intended as kind of a troll.
Okay. We don't know anything about trolls. There's no trolls around here.
Yeah. So The Onion learned about Sixth Circuit ruling, which basically dismissed the case based on qualified immunity. First, the obvious. The Onion's business model was threatened. This was only the latest occasion on which the absurdity of actual events managed to eclipse what the Onion staff could make up. Much more of this, and the front page of The Onion would be indistinguishable from the New York Times. So literally stop this or else we're going to lose it because you guys are making stuff up that we're making reality into things that we can't even make fun. Second, the Onion regularly pokes its finger in the eyes of repressive and authoritarian figures such as the Islamic Republic of Iran, the Democratic People's Republic of North Korea, and domestic presidential administrations. So the Onion's professional parodists were less than enthralled to be confronted with a legal ruling that fails to hold government actors accountable for jailing and prosecuting a would-be humorist simply for making fun of them. And this part,
it's not just for making fun of them, though.
But I know you're going to push on this one. And I get the pushback. But here's the thing: these are agents of the state, and if you have no other reason than that.
I mean, I get it. Like, that's why R&Os, you don't get a resisting obstructing for just being a jerk, which sucks because, I mean, if you watch some of these videos that I have to watch every day of my life,
really
it's like
jerk.
These people are not decent humans sometimes. Yeah. And it's not, whatever. But you know what it does? It gives me something to argue to the judge about punishment. You know what I mean? So if you're going to be an asshole to the person that's arresting you for breaking the law, it's going to come back to bite you. Just letting you know. It may not be illegal, but it's a factor. It's not a mitigating factor. It's like an aggravating factor. So, but I will say before we go too far too, there is a Michigan statute about cyberbullying, which is interesting, that if you post something that then has people have a certain number of unwanted contacts based on that, I've seen it one time, but it was because somebody accused somebody of doing what we talked about. Like,
yeah, this case was pretty bad. If you can do me a favor, can you see the text? Would you mind terribly reading that paragraph? I have to go and stop something from beeping in the background.
Oh, for God's sakes. Okay, here we go. Third, the Sixth Circuit's ruling imperils an ancient form of discourse. The court's decision suggests that parodists are in the clear only if they pop the balloon in advance. That's funny. By warning their audience that their parody is not true. But some forms of comedy don't work unless the comedian is able to tell the joke with a straight face. Parody is a quintessential example. Parodists intentionally inhabit the rhetorical form of their target in order to exaggerate or implode it, and by doing so, demonstrate the target's illogic or absurdity. Okay, Rob, I'm finished. Where the hell are you?
Right here.
Hey, look at that.
Told you. You ever pull stuff out of the microwave and the microwave doesn't stop beeping? Yep.
Yeah. Did you wait? Did you not pull it out of the microwave? What are you microwaving?
I pulled it out of the microwave. I make meals on Sunday for my week.
Oh, look at you, just meal planning like a pro. Excellent.
I'm organized. Put simply, for parody to work, it has to plausibly mimic the original. Blah, blah, blah. First Amendment's protection for parody upon a requirement that parodists explicitly say up front that their work is nothing more than elaborate fiction, but that would strip parody of the very thing that makes it function. The Onion cannot stand idly by in the face of a ruling that threatens to disembowel a form of rhetoric that has existed for millennia.
Disembowel. Good term.
I love it.
Excellent term.
I know. They do this throughout the entire brief. That is particularly potent in the realm of political debate, and that, purely incidentally, forms the basis of the Onion writers' paychecks. Purely incidentally.
Purely incidentally. Just incidental. Incidental contact.
This part is like the best. This part is the best troll. Parody functions by tricking people into thinking that it's real. To stultus s, you are dumb. These three Latin words have been the Onion's motto and guiding light since it was founded in 1988 as America's finest news source, leading its writers towards the paper's singular purpose of pointing out that its readers are deeply gullible people.
Should we get that tattooed? I don't have any tattoos yet, and I've been looking for a tattoo that might make me want to mark it up on my body, and I feel like the Latin for you are dumb is pretty funny.
I think you're going to like it. This part's even better. Because within the next paragraph, they instantly do the exact same thing they just talked about. The Onion's motto is central to this brief for two important reasons. First, it's Latin, and the Onion knows that the federal judiciary is staffed entirely by total Latin dorks.
Probably true.
They
Not
quote
totally.
Catullus in the original Latin in chambers. They sweetly whisper stare decisis into their spouses' ears. They mutter cui bono under the breath while picking up after their neighbors'
Oh God,
dogs.
this
So the
is
Onion
wrong.
knew
A lot
that
of wrong
unless
going on here.
it pointed to a suitably Latin rallying cry, its brief would be operating far outside the court's vernacular.
Vernacular, good word also.
Supreme Court. But it's perfectly written. Like, this is
Yeah.
great. The second reading, perhaps mildly more important, is the phrase "you are dumb" captures the very heart of parody, tricking readers into believing that they're seeing a serious rendering of some specific form, a pop song lyric, a newspaper article, a police beat, and then allowing them to laugh at their own gullibility when they realize that they have fallen victim to one of the oldest tricks in the history of rhetoric.
That's assuming that people that fall for it are going to take it as a joke, because I see a lot of people that get really pissed off when they figure out that something that they shared thinking it was real, and then somebody's like, hey, actually it's not real. They don't laugh at it. I laugh at it. I mean, I laugh at myself all the time, right? If you can't laugh at yourself,
I mean, it's just,
you got problems, right? You're gonna be miserable. If you can't laugh at yourself, you're miserable, right? You gotta be able to laugh at yourself. I do stupid shit all the time. Just gotta laugh it off.
yeah. Let me see if I can find this one. Oh, my favorite. I want to go to my favorite part.
Ode.
Leverages.
A linguistic anecdote. A linguistic
Anecdote.
That's nice. I like it. God, the vocabulary of these people is just fantastic.
It's fantastic.
Awesome. I remember one of my favorite teachers in high school, Ms. Fry. She hated when people say awesome. There's so many other words to describe things. And like, I agree. So it makes me laugh when people say awesome. Now I think of Ms. Fry.
It's awesome.
Awesome.
Oh, Lordy. All right. So let's see here. Here's another example. Assume that you are reading what appears to be a boring economics paper about the Irish overpopulation crisis of the 18th century. And yet, strangely enough, it seems to be advocating for solving the dilemma by cooking and eating babies. That seems a bit cruel until you realize that you are, in fact, reading a modest proposal. To be clear, The Onion is not trying to compare itself to Jonathan Swift. In case you didn't know, Jonathan Swift, author of Gulliver's Travels.
Yes. Cheers.
Famous satirist, parody. He never wrote seriously ever. Still, yep. Basically, they do that. I want to go to this part. My favorite. Because I want to go to my next. I want to go to the next story.
Somebody had a good comment about my RGB. RBG.
Where?
Ruth Bader Ginsburg. It was one of the super chats. She'd be loving it. I think she would be. My friend Kendra has like a shirt that it has. Yeah, we're nerds. Bunch of nerds over here. Hi, Kendra.
I mean, this thing is fantastic. Everything about this brief. I want to go to the page 15.
Oh my Lord. How long is this?
It's a brief.
23. Hey, briefs are supposed to be briefs. I get yelled at all the time for it. Like, oh, Debbie's filing a brief.
This isn't bad. Okay. A reasonable reader does not need a disclaimer to know that parody is parody. At bottom, parody functions by catering to a reasonable reader, one who can tell, even after being tricked at first, that the parody is not real. If most readers of parody don't live up to this robust standard, then there would be nothing funny about the Chinese government believing that a pudgy dictator like Kim Jong-un was the sexiest man on earth. That was an article by The Onion that the Chinese Communist Party posted as being real. Yep. Everyone would just agree that it was perfectly reasonable for them to be taken in by the headline.
What if people think that he is the sexiest man on earth? It's possible that somebody thinks that. Are they a reasonable person?
No.
I don't think he is. I got other people that I think are, but not him.
The law turns on the same reasonable person construct. The reasonable reader test gauges whether a statement can be reasonably interpreted as stating actual facts, thereby ensuring that neither the least humorous nor the most credulous audience dictates the boundaries of protected speech. Very good interpretation of existing law.
Oh, wait, go back up for a
And
second. There's a sentence that I wanted to see at the very end of that
where?
last paragraph. What does it say? It says, parody enjoys First Amendment protection, notwithstanding that not everybody will get the joke. I like that.
Like that is look at the citations. Look at the quote
That's
site. That's a
what I
quote
like.
site.
I
Second
like
Circuit Court of Appeals in 2017. Yep. And the reasonable reader is no dullard. He or she does not represent the lowest common denominator, but a reasonable
Dullard.
intelligence and learning. He or she can tell the difference between satire and sincerity. Nor is
Not
this
everybody
reasonable
can.
person. I know. That's the thing. So he goes through this reasonable person standard and the well consideration of everything else. Context matters, blah, blah, blah. Sixth Circuit decision. This is scary. We don't like it. No one would know that. No one would be able to recognize this. Satire is protected. Police department did was bad. Humor under proper understanding. Then we get to this part. It should be obvious that parodists cannot be prosecuted for telling a joke with a straight face. This is the 15th page of a convoluted legal filing intended to deconstruct the societal implications of parody. So the reader's attention is almost certainly wandering. The fact that you have a character and a word limit in these briefs, and the fact that they used these words, which are so precious, to say and announce to the reader that this is indeed the 15th page of a legal filing, that tells you that what you're about to read is something that they really want to make as a big point, because they're not going to waste those words lightly. That's understandable. So here is a paragraph of gripping legal analysis to ensure that every jurist who reads this brief is appropriately impressed by the logic of its argument and the lucidity of its prose.
Good.
Bona vacantia,
I don't know how
de
to
bonus asportatis, writ of certiorari, de minimis, jus,
I know a few of these.
due accrescendi, forum non conveniens, corpus juris, ad hominem tucoque, post hoc
Quantum
ergo,
merit.
propter hoc, quantum merit. See what happened? The brief itself went from a discussion of parody's function and the quite serious historical and legal arguments in favor of strong projections of parodic speech to a curveball, mocking the way legalese can both be impenetrably boring and belie the hollowness of a legal position. That's the setup and the punchline idea. Again, when I read this for the first time, I almost laughed out loud. Like, I'm 15 pages into a Supreme Court brief, and he announces that I'm 15 pages in. And at that moment, he just does the most ludicrous thing I have seen. Just instantly, I'm sitting there with a smile on my face and like wanting to read to the end.
I like this next part. Hello there, reader.
Well, that's what he says. It wouldn't have worked as well, because the next point is even better. It wouldn't have worked as well if I had to write the following. Hello there, reader. We're about to write an amicus brief about the value of parody. Buckle up, because we're going to be doing some fairly outre things, including commenting on this text's form itself. You defeat the purpose. So, yeah.
Nice. Mark Twain. Look at that footnote.
Yep, they cite Twain. This is quite literally, I think I have to frame this brief. Like, this is one of my favorites in the world.
I got a laminator. Should we like laminate it? Put it in a
I think that's a great idea. And then I want to hold it up.
Yeah. It's like a trifold, right? No, they make those like trifolds. We'll make like a laminated version.
And this is perhaps my favorite. And I think I actually might take this and like include this into some of my pleadings. The petition for certiorari should be granted, the rights of the people vindicated, and the various historical wrongs remedied. The Onion would welcome any one of the three, particularly the first. I am stealing that. I am 100% stealing that.
Pretty good. And their council of record. It's awesome. Miller Johnson. Scroll down for a sec. Is that?
Oh, okay. Hang on.
Was that a Michigan firm? We have Miller Johnson. Is it a different one? Oh, it is Miller Johnson, Grand Rapids. Representing. Where's my Granville girl that was in here commenting? Dang.
Hey.
That's funny. Because people
Best
in Michigan are
brief.
funny. We get jokes. We understand
Best
jokes.
brief ever. I mean,
Yes.
I freaking love it.
Now
I
we're going to
actually-
find that attorney, though, and you're going to have to get him on here.
Well, what I
can
want
pull
to
some
see here.
strings. I got friends in Grand Rapids. We'll find him.
Let me see, because I want to see, because I had. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to do this. We are professionals.
So professional,
can
obviously. Very
Do
professional.
this. I can do this on the fly. I can definitely do this without getting completely discombobulated. His name was Novak.
The chat is loving that it was a Michigan reference there. I like it.
Oh, it's
From Dutch.
fantastic.
Grigsby, they may be Dutch. I mean, up there. I hear people.
Application, petition. Here's the petition. Here's the appendix.
Oh, we don't really. Yeah, Ohio and Michigan. But we're
So
stand
what
up
I want to do here.
Stand up for anybody. Stand up for the people that enjoy satire.
Where is it? Because they had.
Oh, you have some really good super chats coming in, and you're ignoring them.
I'm not ignoring them, Debbie. I'm not ignoring them. I'm trying to get through a part of a point.
Bop it. What's going on here?
Why is there Bop It? Who's saying what?
I don't know. Bop It. It was quoted. Is Megan Thee Stallion song?
I think it's Megan the Stallion. I don't think it's the Stallion. I think it's the Stallion.
Guys have Megan Thee
Stallion. You have to enunciate the.
I've been to South Dakota. Went there for the first time a year.
Okay, here we go.
A year ago. It's fun.
Sorry, I'm not a boomer. I did this. That's fine.
ADHD alarms are going off. Beep, beep, beep.
So here's some of the posts.
Oh, here's the post. Okay, I'm excited.
All right. So the City of Parma Police Department. Police officer, City of Parma. The Police Civil Service Commission will conduct a written exam for basic police officer for the City of Parma to establish eligibility list. The exam will be held on March 12, 2016. Applications are available. Hang on, we got your buddy.
This is that long ago? This is all from 2016?
Oh, yeah. And that's part of the point that's being made.
Okay. Strongly encouraging minorities to not apply. Oh, I see you,
Mike. Mike is fake. Mike, do we want to show the entire chat your bedroom? We can do that. I just didn't know if you wanted to be so desperate. I'm going to do it. I'm going to give you a 10-second warning before I throw you up on screen, and they will see your bedroom. 10, 9. The exam will be held on March 12th, 2016. Applications are available February 14th through March 2nd. Parma is an equal opportunity employer, but is strongly encouraging minorities to not apply.
I mean, if that doesn't tell you that this is a joke right there, I mean, come on. Look at that guy.
Yeah, we got Mike. I told you, peer pressure is the best.
Peer pressure.
The test will consist of a 15-question multiple choice definition test followed by a hearing test. Should you pass, you will be accepted as an officer of the Parma Police Department. Yeah.
Nice. Oh, my.
This is the other one, and I'm not going to read the word. The City of Parma will be enacting a P-word reform event outside of St. Anthony of Padua's Church on 5/1/16 in an attempt to reform P-words to normality. We will have multiple learning stations, including a no means no station filled with puzzles and quizzes. Anyone who passes all of the stations will be removed from the offender registry and accepted as an honorary police officer of the Parma Police Department. Have fun out there.
I mean,
is it classy?
I actually believe that would be true. They are not a reasonable person. We're back to that reasonable person standard.
Am I on?
You're on.
You've been on for like a solid 3 minutes. I don't know.
Can't hear anything.
That's a
turn on your sound. That's a you problem. It's because you got your headset on. Like
it's not coming in.
I can hear you.
It's your headset. You're like at the airport right now. Like
I mean, I can barely hear you. I got to sit right next to that. But it's nice to see y'all. Hi, Rob.
Hey, nice to see you too.
Hi, Debbie.
You're the one that's usually traveling, so I'm the one that's traveling now. So take that.
I'm in Savannah.
Oh, you are traveling.
Ooh,
it's hot.
I love Savannah.
It is hot. It's like 90. Well, actually, it's only like 85 here now.
There may or may not be people with questionable morals waiting for me.
Wait, in your bedroom right now, or like outside of it, or like?
No, Debbie.
Not
Bad
yet.
Debbie. Bad Debbie.
Well, he's in his room. I don't know.
Griggsy,
I got all sorts of people with questionable morals that we're going to go hang out tonight.
I want the record straight here, Griggsy. I was very nice to Law Talk with Mike. I actually gave him a 10-second warning in case he wanted to block the background. I didn't know if he did. I saw him there, and I was like, Mike, you usually do a green screen. If you don't want people to see,
barely hear, but I did hear that you gave a 10-second warning, and I thought that was wise. I did. I thought that was good judgment.
That was good judgment.
Very smart.
Yeah. How about this one? The City of Parma Police Department, Parma, Ohio. Due to the slow increase of homeless population in our city, the Parma Police Department is pleased to announce that it will be introducing a new temporary law that will forbid residents of Parma from giving any homeless person food, money, or shelter in our city for 90 days. This is an attempt to have the homeless population eventually leave our city due to starvation. Residents caught giving the homeless population food, shelter, or water will be sentenced to a minimum of 60 days in jail. You have been warned. I mean,
as official as that sounds, yeah. I mean, it's not tasteful, obviously. I mean, not everybody has a great sense of humor. They can get that, and homelessness is like serious. So,
is this guy classy? No. Is he an asshole? Yes. He's a dick. Yes, he's an asshole. Yes, it's not classy. Yes, it's ugly. But the thing is, it's not arrestable. You don't get to deprive the person of his life, liberty, and property. Because he said something offensive.
Maybe he did more than that, though. I don't know.
He didn't.
I haven't seen the police report.
The police acknowledged that.
But I now have the volume figured out.
Oh, good.
Welcome.
Is that just in time for my next favorite article? You guys are gonna love this one. You're leaving?
No.
Oh, okay.
I got a little bit. Give me something.
Here we go. This one's a good one. Actually, oh God, I'm gonna pull this up and I'm gonna pull super chats up while I let you read in quiet the first few lines of this article. So the super chats that I have here, Nine Inch Nails Gal, of course you attract birds. There's a reason for oh God, Wood Daddy. I think you underestimate your worth. You got to go work. So we'll catch up on replay. Thank you. That's Sarah, not the Sarah. Read an article on NPR today. Interview with an author of the Onion Amicus Brief gives good background on the drafting process. Check it out. I have it pulled up. I'm going to probably link it in my description notes because I don't think I'm going to have time to read it, but it was good. Yes, thank you, Sarah. Nona D. I'm a 64-year-old grandmother and haven't tweeted anything since 2018. I survived being blocked by Christopher Boozy. Yep. Mike, are you blocked?
No. I love it. No,
Cheryl.
I'm not on Boozy's radar, and he's not on mine. I mean, maybe I am, but I don't know.
You never know. Charlene, I tweet nothing bad. My BS rating is 67%, problematic, and I'm blocked. Meanwhile, Dauber is 12% and normal. Go figure. That seems to be the case for a lot of people. Melissa, finally got my toddler to bed. Been listening on my headphones while singing her bedtime songs.
That's a lot.
Now I can, honey, Melissa, pour yourself an actual cocktail because that was a task. Yep. Kathy Richardson, I'm late. Hi, Rob. Hi, Debbie.
And Kathy, what about me?
You weren't here, Mike. This is old.
I know. I'm giving her a hard time. Kathy's my buddy.
This is my crazy cat queen, my craziest of all cat queens. I have a second spy account. Happy to do recon, no fee, because I like being a spy. Hope you get a chance to film some woodworking for us. I know you're really, really busy, so thank you for everything you do, especially for Friday Night Frenzies. Wanted to send money via PayPal, but you don't have it. We appreciate you and love you. Thank you very much, crazy cat queen. I'm actually building a jury box for all of these little guys. It's halfway during build. But yes, Thank you very much, Crazy Cat Queen. Suzanne, thank you for the super sticker. Very generous of you. That's Sarah. RGB would have hearted the Onion Brief and giggled hard. I think that 90% of the Supreme Court, like if their justices are reading that, they're laughing their ass off. Like,
oh, they're rating it.
And they're laughing hysterically. If this thing doesn't get granted cert, can we play Weird Al to go along with a parody? I would get a copyright strike.
Yeah.
Cheryl C. I was curious since I'm rarely on Twitter and haven't looked up C Boozy. I am blocked. I follow a few law tubers and it's scary that he knows and blocked me. I see you, Runkle. I'll get you in a second. In Australia, we have Batuta Advocate, which features funny satire. They coined the name Scotty for marketing for our previous Prime Minister, Scott Morrison, who worked in advertising once. Wow. Thank you for that one, Chris. Yeah. I see satire needs to live. Black belt, baby. How much do we have to super chat to get you to tattoo this Amicus Brief on your body? Asking for a friend.
A lot. A lot.
That
So
would be
this-
a
this-
lot of letters. You got to
That's
pick a
20
favorite line from it.
This is
Come
23
on,
pages.
Blackwell.
This is 23 pages. Print the brief, burn the edges, age and distress it with tea, make it look old AF, then frame it.
I like
Perfect.
it. That's amazing.
PJ10, you should print and seal this brief in acrylic, pour on a desk. Ooh, even better. Hang on, I can't keep your
That's
uncle waiting too long. Here we go.
Oh, good lord.
Oh, it's a party.
We're
That's
letting the
a party.
Canadians in. It's gone to hell now.
It's okay. You can't see me. I've got these super chats right over my face.
Hear you.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I'll move my- I'm
You
gonna
thought
move
they
it.
had lost their standards with just a Northern Michigan guy, but now we've gone full Canadian.
Full Canadian.
No, it's a
Speaking of full
not
Canadian, what is that? Jacques Clegg?
Ronco, can you help out with some of these pronunciations? He's putting the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable sometimes. He needs some help.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jacques Clegg?
I
don't know
said
if
it
it's,
right. you
French.
Jerks.
Yeah.
Rob, I just noticed you're from. What movie is it? That is the From. That is the Princess Bride. That was given to me by Tish in Tennessee. That was very, very nice of her. That is every scene in the Princess Bride elongated and made into a piece of art. It's awesome.
Fantastic. It's good stuff.
You didn't see it, Debbie?
No, I did not. Oh, huh. You're
That's
committed.
every scene in the movie and condensed into one. Really neat. Be kind. I absolutely love the Onion. Laughing at ourselves and humanity is really good medicine. It is, and I hope the Supreme Court takes it. Mike is tired because of the Daryl Brooks trial. It was nuts. Evan will be drinking Malort by the end.
It was not
probably.
nuts. It was nips. We're not nuts.
Yeah,
it
it
was
was bad.
It was bad,
I didn't see
frustrating,
it,
and
but-
sad AF.
But it was not nearly as bad as going to a rehearsal dinner.
No,
You-
don't
oh.
lie.
It's a wedding weekend for you too.
I had
And
fun.
look-
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Married.
Look,
Just annoying my
Kathy,
family.
and Kathy Richardson coming in here. Hi, Mike. Enjoy the wedding.
Ah,
There you go.
that's
Wait,
just
Kathy,
that's a
I'm not
makeup,
wedding too.
Kathy. I see it. I know a makeup when I see it,
Mm,
and I love you. I do.
it was a courtesy shout out.
It was a courtesy shout out. It was.
It was a courtesy
Whoa,
shout
whoa,
out.
whoa. What are you drinking there?
That there's some agua.
That
He
is a
needs
very
it.
fancy bottle. Very fancy.
Except it's actually vodka in there.
Probably.
Yeah,
Don't
exactly.
believe them.
It's
Yep.
no, it's Malort. Is Malort clear?
No, Malort's
No,
not
No,
clear.
it's
If
No,
they make it
Malort-
clear
Malort is
Malort,
sort of-
that's no.
Malort's color is basically a cross between urine and gasoline, which is
Yeah.
also how it tastes.
Mhm.
Oh,
That
God.
Yeah.
sounds
There was a
delicious.
chance.
Yeah,
Like the
fancy.
stream had a chance. The stream had a chance.
Yeah, Iris, you're right.
They did chance. They
My
did not-
my freaking chat kept making me laugh while I was in the middle of the Brooks case, which is horrible, and I'm not joking here. That was a terrible, terrible tragedy. And then they keep saying funny shit while I'm trying to stream it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a problem.
It's bad. It's hard.
Bad chat.
Yeah, bad chat. Miss Lee, I can't wait to see the jury box. Thank you very much. I'm gonna have it done this weekend, so you'll see it. I won't be able. It won't be for Lawyers and Dragons tomorrow because I need to sleep at some point. Well, I don't know. It might be for Lawyers and Dragons tomorrow. I don't know. All right.
Nerds.
Hey, take
Nerd
it easy.
alert.
Take
Nerd
it
alert.
easy. And no, Runkle
Where
and
do I- oh, there,
Debbie
Runkle's
get
on top.
along
Okay,
great. Runkle on a stream with a
shit.
practice prosecutor. Let the games begin. No, Debbie, you need to see Ian's latest video. It is epic. It is epic. The prosecutors paid $10,000 for an expert rendering of what this person might look like, and Ian
my.
typed into Mid-Earth AI random black person, and it
Oh,
looks
no.
about the same.
Oh no.
Well, it's not the prosecutors. It was actually the police.
That's
They
so
had,
wrong.
I mean,
They had. Well,
Ugh.
what it is they had an SA complaint and they had
Right,
no leads
right.
other than 5'4" black guy with like a clothing description that included a mask. So it was like, okay,
Yeah.
great. We're not going to find
That's
this guy. We
it.
got no leads.
yeah, not
Um,
much there. I mean,
they
hopefully
ran
they
his
get
DNA.
DNA and maybe it'll like, hit on COTUS at some point or whatever.
And that's the thing. There was no hit.
Maybe.
So what they did is they sent it off to this company that does DNA phenotyping, which came back with
Oh,
like all of
no.
the information that they actually know about the guy, which is the DNA phenotyping determined that he's a black guy
Oh,
whose
well,
ancestry
hey.
is probably from Africa, which is really
Nailed
hard
it.
to figure out when you're talking about a black guy, that he probably has black hair,
Oh.
that he has a 50% chance of having brown eyes,
Weird.
and yeah, that he almost certainly doesn't have any freckles. So from that information, they generate a picture of a hypothetical black
How
dude.
am I supposed to not get banned during? Seriously, you guys got to warn me before I get on.
So it's
Mike.
just like this.
Mike,
Here is.
are you kidding?
So yeah, it's just basically they paid 10 grand for a picture of a black guy, and they indicate like we don't know if it looks like this or if it looks like any other black guy, but then they put this picture out on Twitter, and so if you happen to look like that guy, you're probably having a real bad day because they just made up a picture of
which like millions of dudes do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like and that's not a color thing. That is quite literally a rendering.
So yeah, I feel like a better option would have been to look at like circumstantial evidence and be like, okay, if you live in this geographic area and maybe you have a 5'4" brother or cousin that maybe was unaccounted for during this particular time, or you were all at a wedding and he disappeared and like around the time, that would be more helpful than putting out a random picture of some person that doesn't exist. Like, come on.
And they paid $10,000 for it.
Maybe go check security cameras like at the local gas stations and see if maybe the victim could like ID the person that's in there, like buying their pack of gum or their 40 of Steel Reserve or something. I don't know.
And like Journey costs like $30 a month. And I feel like that's a way better bargain than 10 grand for this picture. Yeah. So check out the video. It's just mind-boggling. Unfortunately, the police are kind of keeping me busy with.
Oh no! Hang on. I need a second.
What?
I heard. Mike was talking some crap again about the nerds. So I took that personally.
Who is this fine gentleman?
Is amazing.
Yeah.
Everyone in the chat, please meet David. David from Prototopics. David is our lovely GM who runs Lawyers and Dragons on Saturday mornings.
Okay. That's a solid play, but I gotta know, did you put the beard on or were you like ready? Were you just hanging out with the beard on?
You know what? I'm always ready with the beard. A wizard is never late, nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to. You know.
And
that's how it
when
it's well played either way.
Yeah.
November 1st, he's going to Spirit Halloween, and he's just going to be like, I want everything that is on clearance in my cart right now.
Probably, yeah.
It's too late.
You're lucky he didn't show up with the dragon onesie.
Yeah, well, the dragon onesies for special occasions. I just wanted to show up, be intimidating for this call out, you know.
Okay.
Super intimidating. I'm very intimidated right now. I'm like shaking. Very intimidated.
Yeah. Dragon onesie is just for his OnlyFans.
Do you want to put your handle or whatever it's called, your username out there for your OnlyFans, David?
Oh, it's just at Prototopics or handsome young man. You could just search handsome young man. I'm the first result.
David Night Hours. David Night Hours.
I like this.
I like this. This is wonderful.
Yeah, this is me. I'm living my best life here. So.
Well, you're about to go down because I'm going to make you stick around for at least the next article.
Oh, really? Right, I'm gonna have to take this beard off because it's like cheap as heck.
Man, I don't have my watch on. I was like looking at my watch. It's not my watch. It's my bracelet. But how long?
Give me 5 minutes. Give me 5 minutes to go through this article, and then you can jump.
I'm wasting away. Okay.
You're wasting away. Come on. Joking. Sorry. Okay. A Southwest Airlines pilot is suing the company, her union, and a former colleague who pleaded guilty last year to deadbolting the cockpit door during a flight and stripping naked in front of her. Christine Janning alleges that Southwest retaliated by grounding her after she reported Michael Hack to the company and the FBI. That it kept him employed despite an alleged history of sexual misconduct.
Is there video?
No, locked cockpit.
Deborah, you and I have the same question. because I'm like, that could happen, or it could be complete fabrication.
Video
Let's figure it out.
Sorry.
Wait, the Liberal Party of Canada has an airline now? I don't know if you guys heard about this, but here in Canada, we had one Liberal Party MP who appeared naked on camera twice and received no punishments for it. They didn't have him run again when the next election came up, but they very much like swept the scandal under the rug, and they were like, he just did this accidentally. It's like, first of all, the number of times I've accidentally had my genitals out on camera is 0. And
well,
good for you.
That's because you're careful.
Good for you.
But I feel like twice in front of your coworkers that's intentional.
That's 2 times too many. It really
is. It's pretty bad. But so, anyways,
you should do that with your coworkers. It's not kosher.
Oh, and you know who got punished more than that person did? The MP who reported on this and saved a still frame and censored it and shared it with people. They got in trouble.
What? I mean, that's just like documenting history.
Hang on. We have to get through these crazy facts first. Crazy facts first.
Sorry.
We're here. We're back.
Hack's attorney, Michael Salnick, said Wednesday that his client disrobed only after Janning encouraged him to. Never did anything else, and there was no previous incident. Southwest said it supported Janning and that it would vigorously defend itself against the lawsuit. The union did not respond for a phone call. Debbie with the vigorously.
Saying they're the ones that said it. I didn't. Just point it out.
That's true.
For it. Yeah, no, but it's possible. It's plausible she did.
It's plausible, but when you hear
and
you know what's even
also could be complete BS, but it's possible. Who knows?
There's a funny fact about this that I have not disclosed yet that is going to maybe change your opinion one way or the other. So the AP doesn't normally identify people who say they're victims of crimes, sex crimes, but Janning, through her attorney, agreed to the use of her name. Well, she kind of did because the criminal matter was already heard. According to the lawsuit filed in Orange County, Florida, Janning had never met Hack before August 2020 when she was his co-pilot on a flight from Philadelphia to Orlando. She said Hack, a 27-year-old veteran of the airline, had used his seniority rights the previous day to bump another pilot.
Pause.
27-year-old.
No, he's been doing it for
27-year
27
veteran.
years.
27-year veteran.
Old, not old.
Yeah, like 60, 70, yeah.
And this girl is like
almost as old as I was talking with Mike.
Almost as old as Mike. I mean,
yeah. That was a misstatement. So
has
used his seniority.
So, like, it's not like these two are like in a dating or like want a dating relationship. It doesn't sound like.
But he bumped another pilot who was scheduled to command the flight. Janning believes because he saw a woman that was scheduled to co-pilot. Janning said that when they reached cruising altitude, ding, Hack told her this was his final flight and there was something he wanted to do before retirement.
He reached cruising altitude,
bolted the door so no flight attendant could enter. He then put the plane on autopilot, stripped off his clothes, began watching pornography on his laptop, and committed a lewd act for 30 minutes while taking photos and videos of himself.
Okay,
have you seen those cockpits? They are not big.
Okay, now this doesn't sound good.
Okay, so no, pause though, because there is digital evidence then, right?
Right.
If
there is.
You're running porn in the cockpit while you're locked in close enough for me.
There's digital evidence.
There is digital evidence.
Without the digital evidence, this girl's probably maybe not telling the truth. Anyway, go ahead.
Yep. Salnick said it was Janning who asked Hack if there was anything he wanted to do before retiring. When he replied he wanted to fly naked, she told him to go ahead and then made sexual advances after he disrobed. Again, probably a 67-year-old man. Salnick said, he said Hack rejected those and adamantly denied a lewd act occurred. However, at his sentencing hearing last year, Hack called the incidents a consensual prank that got out of hand. Janning's attorney, Frank Protestor, denied she encouraged Hack or made any advances. Janning said in the lawsuit that she was horrified, but she kept flying the plane while taking photos to create a record.
Where are these photos then?
I don't believe her now.
Yeah, I'm so horrified. So horrified.
This is bad, but she was in on it.
I don't know about that. I mean, what else is she gonna do?
Well, continue flying the plane so you don't die. All right.
That's
on you. No
that's
shit.
one.
I'm sorry,
but like people now, when they're when there's an offense, they pull out their phone. Like that is what people do. So
what
I
does
don't
the
know.
wizard think?
Okay.
Talk about fly casual.
Well, okay.
I just is there anything you want to do before you retire? Oh, I want to fly naked is a bit of a weird comment with like a person you've never met.
Right.
And you've seen those cockpits. They're not
Well,
big.
I mean, this was the.
Neither was that cockpit.
Really, they really made the name.
Oh,
stop it.
Yeah, David, I set you up for that one. That was too easy.
Okay, but not that I want to see the photos myself, but somebody had to see those photos. And what if he's like smiling in them? Or like,
that's what I'm
I don't want to see the photo. No, it's 60.
Yeah.
No, thank you. No, thank you. I'm gonna like younger version maybe, but no. But if she's not taking them like clandestine style, like like, oh, I'm just gonna like pretend and like snap these photos. If he's like posing for them, come on, right? Like,
I'm with you.
I feel like
if she's doing it on the sly, gathering evidence, that's one thing. If he's
right,
there
but
like,
if he's like, hey,
it actually helps him. It actually
right.
helps him.
That's what I'm
The other
saying.
thing I want to hear the radio logs. Because all of the radio communications are logged, and if I was her, I'd be going
but Ian, it's not real time speech. They actually have to I think they have to hit transmit.
Yeah, but I would be hitting transmit and going, "We have an issue. My pilot has gone freaking nuts."
Naked pilot.
I want to know what's going on with the black box. Just saying.
Like, just hit hijack, and
Mike.
I knew there would be puns. I didn't know there would be this many people on the stream that were this good at puns. This is the problem. Like I have like the worst cast of characters on this live stream for puns. I have David, who literally specializes in imagination and creating circumstances that are challenging. I have Mike, who's one of the most inappropriate people. Debbie, then Ian. Oh my God, I'm doomed.
He didn't say anything bad about me. Did you hear that? I heard it. He didn't say anything bad about me. Sucker.
I didn't say
Debbie,
about you.
you had a goat named Dennis that you cursed on the middle stream.
The curse of me appearing on your live streams. You invited me, man.
I love you all. Peace out. I'm gone.
See you, Mike. Have fun.
Yeah.
Bye, Mike.
Mike's got to go try to find a co-pilot. Yep. That's what Mike's
I hear
doing.
sirens coming. They're coming for me. See, now look what you've done. I'm going to get me arrested in California.
I'm not going to
I
get you
hope
arrested.
not. Mike's not off to play with his co-pilot. That's
no.
Now,
he's
you know what I'm going to do?
He's off to go find. You didn't hear me. I said he's off to go find a co-pilot.
Oh, okay. Now I'm going to be
Consensually.
like peeking in the cockpit when I fly home next week and be like,
No, you're not.
Oh, you're not going to like what you see.
No, you're not. You're not going to do that.
my sister-in-law's here.
All right. We'll see you later, Debbie. Go have fun.
Sick invite.
Yeah, sick invite to dinner
Right.
with all of you guys. Sorry, but hey, she's here, and now I gotta go. So it's been fun though. So thanks for having me. I'm sure you're gonna regret it, but see you next time. Bye, guys.
See ya. And then there were 3. David, you can feel free to leave anytime, and you don't have to wear the beard, buddy.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's it's like a face reveal. I'm Dream now from YouTube.
It's like you're wearing Hardy on your face.
Basically, yeah, but it's like super cheap plastic, and it like gets to your mouth. It's disgusting.
Oh, terrible.
Yeah.
So, David, when you jumped on, you had no idea I was going to have that in store for you, did you?
Oh, I wasn't ready for that at all.
Nope. They made her take unnecessary flight simulator training before she could work again. Why? So she knew which stick to grab?
Oh. I'm just wondering, like, do their flight simulators account for this? Like, you're sitting there, you're doing the simulation, and then suddenly you glance over and it's like, naked dude? Is this like one of the simulation scenarios?
I don't know. Everything about that lawsuit. Like when I saw that article come up, I was like, there's no way. This isn't real. It can't be real. And then I actually found the lawsuit. Like it's real. It's bad.
You wonder why it's so expensive to fly.
Oh.
I find his story really kind of weird too. So
there is nothing about this story that is normal. There is nothing about the story. I don't believe either of them, because this is
something
just
happened in there.
crazy.
I don't know what. I mean, this is what it comes down to: is something happened in there, and I don't know what it is. But
planes were flying.
Yeah, thank you for flying. Thank you for flying the friendly skies. Hey, Kurt. We welcome you to the friendly skies. Thank you for choosing Southwest Airlines. We know that we're not your first choice in airline, but we are cheap, and we do have pilots that like to do nasty things in the cockpit.
Yeah, well, it's the way Southwest goes, I guess.
They're skimping.
When they load up the drinks cart, it's supposed to go back towards the passengers and not forward.
At least they put it on autopilot. I mean, that's one thing.
As opposed to nosediving.
That's not a redeeming save.
Well, I mean,
isn't a plane normally on autopilot when it's a cruising altitude?
It is. It's the second they hit cruising altitude, they always go to auto.
So why? Yeah.
The other thing is, you have seen those cockpit layouts. You have to step down into those chairs. So if he's disrobing, is he getting up, walking back to the door, disrobing, and then getting back into those seats? How is this functionally working? I don't want to think about it.
Who had to sanitize that chair and the sweat print in it?
Ew.
It's tearaway clothes. It was tearaway clothes. He was ready to go.
Tearaway clothes.
Right. The only explanation.
So yeah, I feel bad for that person who's sitting there having to, sanitize this ass print in the chair.
Yeah.
Or ultimately the next pilot who gets in there and he's like, what the hell? Why is there
new meaning of the Mile High Club? Yeah, Mile High Club now has a self-serve category.
And autopilot, apparently.
And autopilot. Autopilot self-serve. Just burn I like this. Someone just says, just burn the chair.
Just does this have an ejector seat where we can just fire the chair out of the plane?
something ejector or something. Yeah, okay.
just everything.
Something else ejecting, yeah.
Oh,
the puns, the friendly skies. We know we're not your only choice in airline, but thank you for choosing to fly.
He took the fly Cheryl thing very, very literally.
Oh,
that's an old
all
one.
The puns, all the puns.
He was ejecting flares. It's
yeah.
How'd you like to increase the capacity of this flight by 1?
Oh no! Oh no! No!
There's dialogue now.
I'm sorry, we're overbooked. We're overbooked for this flight. You might need to ride shotgun with me.
No, this is
so
terrible.
Many terrible things. But he did get sentenced. So he did get sentenced for this.
Did he plead
which is
guilty?
why he pled guilty. Here, I'll pull it up.
Okay, so he admitted it. Done.
He pled guilty. So, retired Southwest Airlines pilot was sentenced to probation Friday after pleading guilty to exposing his genitals to a female first officer when watching pornography on a laptop. So he has to, based on this plea, he has to stick with the whole it was consensual thing. It started as a consensual prank between me and the other pilot. I never imagined it would turn into this in 1,000 years.
That is plea? Was his plea that it was consensual?
I don't know. I don't know because the thing is,
to be that it was non-consensual.
What did he plead guilty to?
Is it a crime to watch porn in the cockpit?
It was one. So he pled it to 1 year of unsupervised probation and 5,000. So I'm guessing he pled it down.
Yeah, but what was the actual offense?
More significant.
What was the actual offense?
What's the offense?
Hang on. Inappropriate conduct for sausage statement.
There's a difference between inappropriate and illegal.
I know. It's terrible.
Wait, I see somebody in the chat is asking if there's any relation to Runkle in the Brooks trial. There's a Runkle in the Brooks trial? I haven't been watching it, but...
What's the Runkle in the Brooks trial?
So he's charged with intentionally committing a lewd and indecent or obscene
act in a public place.
But if it was
90 days,
then
you know what? That's that.
And also, it's not really it's not a public place.
How's a locked plane a public place?
How's a locked cockpit a public place?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But apparently he would have had 2 better attorneys on this live stream than he did in this hearing in Maryland. unless those photos showed something that we don't.
Last
really
time I
think.
checked, they don't allow the public into the cockpit.
I'm guessing this is a pled down situation because
but he's still pleading guilty to something that he didn't do.
Unless
I mean,
the thing is the charge
but...
here, unless what they're reporting, they might be reporting the charge being amended down. Like it might have been initially charged as a an essay. Because if you're in the air, you are quite literally that is the FBI's territory, baby.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they charged in Maryland. Pictures. So they charged him in state court.
State's aircraft passed over that day.
Yeah, apparently.
Weird. That's even weirder. How is that the case? Why didn't the FBI jump? I'm so confused.
Or no, maybe it was federal. Okay, but they just did it in Maryland. Yeah, because you can
Dude,
charge
the guy
if
didn't
memory
have
serves correctly. You can charge in any state that the plane
so
was ever.
Here's your indication that prosecutors didn't really know what happened in that airplane. They didn't require him to register. I will tell you this right now: the requirement of registering after doing something like this is not negotiable.
No,
you are required to register. The fact that they didn't require him to register is like
I mean, the thing is, the guy is like 60 something, and his opportunity to commit this offense again is, it sounds like, minimal. Because when is the next time he's going to fly a commercial airliner? So I don't know.
Maybe this is so weird.
Yeah.
Oh, they took away his pension. Southwest investigates ceased paying any benefits he's entitled to receive as a result of his separation. Ouch.
Oh, that hurts.
Yeah.
You got to think, what was the mindset of this guy to want to do that? You know,
what
kind of mindset do you have to be in to be like, all right, let's do this. Close the door.
Nope.
Horny jail.
Nope. 1 sec.
I'm retiring from streaming. There's one thing I always wanted to do.
All right, closing the window.
Rob isn't here to take me off camera.
Rob's not here to stop him.
Oh, geez.
You know, it's like, you know, at least he apologized. Earlier in the article, it said he apologized. So, hey, you know, at least his conscience is clear. But he lost his pension for it.
I mean, that pension's a lot of money.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
He's going to have to spend a lot of time on OnlyFans to earn that back.
Oh, why did I come back to that comment?
Just got to be a handsome young man. That's all he's got to do.
I mean, the thing is, we just gave David a new set of ideas that he can use in his next D&D game. He's like, so you're on an aircraft and one of you approaches the cockpit and you hear a noise. Do you enter?
No.
No, I do not. I do not roll investigate. I do not further require. I'm just gonna go over here. Thanks.
Roll for initiative.
Roll for initiative. Roll for initiative. Insight check.
No, that's okay. I don't want one of those either. Nope.
It's like, can I intentionally fail my perception roll? I want to know as little about this as possible. We're going to treat this like a Call of Cthulhu game. I'm just going to go through it with my eyes closed and my hands and my fingers in my ears.
And see if you last through the session.
Yeah. That's the role. That's how you avoid the sanity checks.
Yep. Now, I know this will disappoint you deeply, Rob, but you remember how you were on my channel at the end of that very long live stream?
Yes.
Well, as it turns out,
I heard about this.
YouTube only keeps the first 12 hours of the live stream, and I wasn't recording to disk locally because I was having some earlier issues, so I was stopped. I didn't record to disk, so all your singing has been lost to time.
All of my singing.
Tragic.
Tragic. I know. So
Terrible.
I just wanted to let you know if you wanted to have, if you wanted, you had to recreate it. I'm really sorry about the inconvenience and everything, but
I'm not going to recreate that.
Okay, well,
no,
sorry about that.
All right, one more funny, and then I think we're going to start wrapping up. So, do any of you guys like football?
No.
I like Clemson football quite well.
Oh,
How did
hurts,
NC
Kurt.
State do?
That hurts.
Okay.
I even you saw my tweet. I even went out and very graciously said that
Did you get my video?
Clemson won the game. I did get your video. You looked really happy. I liked you at the bar. That was great. That one went, yeah, exactly. I wasn't really happy. I was in a bad place that night, but it's okay. Life goes on. Anyways, if you like football, then you might have seen that there was a football game between the Rams and the 49ers, and that they cut away during part of that football game because a protester made it to the field with a pink smoke thingy. I don't want to call
Flare?
it the BOM. Yeah, the flare. And was running around, animal rights activists running around with the pink smoke flare, all of these other. Well, the refs had a hard time getting him. You know who didn't have a hard time getting him?
Protesters who ran on the field during Monday's 49ers game.
Nice.
See it again.
Protesters who ran on the field during Monday's 49ers game has filed a police report for assault. The animal rights activist who was carrying a device giving off that pink smoke was leveled by Rams linebacker.
Police report for assault. Get wrecked.
He did. He got wrecked.
Get
The
wrecked.
49ers game has filed a police report for assault. The animal rights activist who was carrying a device giving off that pink smoke was leveled by Rams linebacker Bobby Wagner. The man's attorney says he's considering legal action against the NFL
You
and the players involved.
Crybaby.
Get wrecked.
Be a
Get
crybaby.
wrecked.
Yeah.
You want to sue the NFL for what? Because they were chasing by security and he decided to also help by leveling your client for being a complete ass. Get out of my courtroom with this bullshit. Get out of my courtroom with this lawsuit.
You know, the funny thing is,
I'm giving sanctions against whatever attorney files this bullshit.
exactly. Here's how
Parents
this
were
entire
bad,
thing begins.
bad
Like the entire thing begins. My client started by breaking the law, went onto a field in a protest while breaking the law, disrupted a game, and cost the NFL lots of money because they had to cut away from the game, increase their broadcast time. And then he got hit by a player after he was chased down by security, and the player didn't even hit him that hard. Well, he kind of hit him a little hard. That's a big dude.
That was a pretty good hit.
That was pretty good.
That guy
was pretty good.
effed around and found out.
Well,
Yeah,
he
that's right.
did.
He effed around just like the chart showed.
Yeah.
But this guy apparently just really has it. He just really wants to pick fights he's not going to win.
He filed.
He actually filed a police report. He
Look at
filed a
that
police
picture.
report.
Man, if I was the police and that guy came in, I would be like, okay, we're gonna file this under
How
hilarious
satisfying is that picture,
and
though?
take
Exactly.
no further actions. Like,
Can you tell if the Associated Press has a position on whether this guy should be successful in his lawsuit based on the photo they chose? Like the dude is just getting hammered.
I think the worst is the smoke clearly hitting him
In his face. Like it's clouding all of his face. And you know what? Good form tackle, no leading with the crown of the helmet, shoulders first, body. I mean, this is a great, if you don't
He's
have the
holding it
Rams
up
in your
to his
fantasy
face.
league,
I can't
Friendly
believe
fire.
this guy went into a police offices like I want to file a report against me being hit by them. What
love
a
it.
sense of entitlement. What a jackass entitled asshole.
yeah. So here's the Rams player, Warner, who did this, or Wagner. I heard about it, but it is what it is. Wagner said, the Rams training complex. It's behind me. I ain't really focused on it. I'm more concerned about the security guard that was hurt trying to chase him. We don't know what that pink smoke
That
is.
too, man. That too.
You've got to do what you've got to do. Yeah, exactly. I understand that. Like yes, you rely on the security guards. This dude is running around with an object that you have no idea what it is. And he's running down the sideline where all of Wagner and his fellow players are. At the very least, you have a colorable argument for a self-defense tackling because he doesn't know what's in that smoke or defense of others.
yeah.
Stop.
I mean, I look at that picture and I'm just like, I know what that smoke is. That's like, you can buy those for fairly cheap. They're just like a stupid airsoft smoke grenade thing. So
Yeah. But you know, you have to appreciate Wagner for being smart about it. You just never know, Wagner said. People run on the field for no reason sometimes. Again, pretty sure it's going to keep happening, but you never know what the person has got in their pocket, their hands, whatever. There's consequences for your actions.
Speaking some truth. Can we give the guy a medal?
I kind of want to.
And can we make asshole wear a sandwich board, say I got tackled at the NFL game and all I got is this stupid sign?
I think as punishment, he should get tackled again.
I think he should just stand in open court and Wagner gets to suit up and just hit him one more time.
Yeah.
Mr. Wagner, the court will allow you to take a 10-foot starting run, 10 feet, but no more.
I'm just wondering, like, what he expected would happen here. Because I figure that if I go onto a football field, getting tackled is kind of an expected outcome. Like, of the list of things that I think could happen over that, tackling is on the list. Like, definitely on the list.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah, and that's what he goes on to say.
It's a reasonable use of force to apprehend him. He's committing a trespass.
I think that's completely fine. I
I'm
have no
good.
problem with this. The police report that was filed is a joke. Like, are you kidding me? You are going to compound your stupidity by filing a police report?
The guy didn't like break something or something, did he? I mean, that's the only thing that could change this analysis in any way. Did he like break his leg or something?
No, he's fine. He's fine.
Just,
there was no injuries. He's fine. His pride was hurt because he didn't get to do his full protest and get tackled by a chubby security guard. He got wrecked by a linebacker for the LA Rams.
Yes, his
honestly,
feelings were hurt.
I would, if I was that protester, I'd be like, it took a Rams linebacker to take me down. Those security guards weren't.
But it's the
me.
Rams, though, man. I mean, that's if the Rams linebacker, that's not really a point of pride.
Yeah. So. That one.
Unless you're going to tell me he was tackled by the Browns or something.
Oh gosh. Throwing daggers. The chat is going to blow up because now we're going to start football talk and I have no one to talk about.
Hey, we play D&D with the Browns.
We do?
Fun fact, yeah. Well, my team has.
Seriously?
They're pretty cool guys. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Wow. Well, I was going to end this stream with the Rust settlement stuff, and I don't think I want to do that because I think that we've had 3 good stories that are fun and upbeat and entertaining, and I don't want to like just make things gnarly.
I'm told by Against the Tide that you said you were going to show a second video.
Ooh, did you guys know that Kim Kardashian settled a lawsuit? David, if you need to go, I'm not keeping you here. I love having you here.
I've got to
as long as
bounce
you want
because I have to go and do D&D nonsense. So I'll see y'all later.
See you, David. That was really funny that you
great
uncorked
sound
it.
effect.
It was perfect freaking timing. You were uncorking that the second that David was like squeaky, squeaky, squeak. So the Securities and Exchange Commission hit Kim Kardashian with a civil settlement. Do you see the settlement this week?
Now, what you do?
Kim Kardashian SEC settlement. Why am I doing this? Oh, that's in my ear. That's not in your guys' ear. Good. Kim Kardashian.
We could talk about the pilot thing again. I could do the squeaky, squeaky noise.
Nope, we're not doing that at all. Okay. Nothing at all. Let me pull up an article. Blah, blah, blah. What do we want to see? There we go. So we'll pull up. We're going to pull up this one. And this will be how we're going to end it. No, it's not. It's going to make you laugh. So SEC charges Kim Kardashian for unlawfully touting crypto. Because she posted an Instagram photo where she basically said, go check out Ethereum Max. They're fantastic. They're going to guarantee that you get more money out of this. And by the way, #ad. That was the full extent of her disclosure.
That's not enough disclosure?
Yep. For advertising a crypto. Let me see here. Kim, let me see if they have the offending Instagram post. Kim Kardashian Instagram.
Must disclose the nature, source, and amount of compensation. Really? You have to disclose the amount of compensation? That doesn't seem right.
Regulated securities.
For crypto, that makes sense to me, because this is basically like, at this point, it's a lot of the stuff that's being marketed is basically tulips. And so, hey, I got paid 50 grand for this is a relevant disclosure.
But a lot of that's covered by non-disclosure, so I don't know how that works.
Here's the thing. There is a class action lawsuit against this and against Kim Kardashian as well, by individuals whom were burned by this crypto.
Look, dude, if you get burned on this crypto, you deserve it a little bit. I'm just saying.
I mean, I'm not completely disagreeing with you, but I am saying that this was not a post. Which one was it? Come on, show me.
It was Kim Kardashian recommending crypto. People thought, yes, this is a sound financial investment. I want some of that Emacs.
Here we go. Let me see. Let me post this one. Here is the offending crypto. Right here. So, are you guys into crypto? This is not financial advice, but sharing what my friends just told me about the Ethereum Max token. A few minutes ago, Ethereum Max burned 400 trillion tokens, literally 50% of their admin wallet, giving back to the entire Emacs community. Hashtag Emacs, hashtag disrupt history, hashtag Ethereum Max, hashtag W2F Emacs, hashtag GIOP Emacs. What the hell is that? Add Ethereum Max, hashtag add swipe up. That is the.
She says specifically this is not financial advice, and she gives it an ad. I'll give her a seal of approval.
A seal of approval?
Yeah,
that's legal advice from uncivil law, right here.
Yeah, that's fine. I see no problem with this, man.
There is no legal advice given on this channel. Period. Whatsoever. Doesn't matter who gives it. I don't care. It's not legal advice. This is entertainment only.
I'm obviously kidding, because that's obviously a bad idea.
So she settled for over $1 million. Now, the funny part about this one isn't so much the fact that she settled. The funny part is the SEC took this opportunity to.
I mean, it's also funny. That is kind of funny.
Oh no, it's great. But what's greater is the SEC took the opportunity to make a video, and you guys are both YouTube savvy individuals.
Usually when those kinds of words go together, the result isn't great.
My God.
Celebrities and influencers often are endorsing a variety of products.
Wait, can you hear it?
Yes.
Yep.
I already want to die. We're only 4 seconds.
I wish I wasn't. I can hear it.
Gets so much better. So much better. So it has 13,000 views. It was posted a couple days ago. Oh, this is so great. There is nothing redeeming about this video. Nothing at all. And I want you guys to try and think about their target audience.
Mary, full of grace, save us. Okay, let's do this.
I assume that it ends, so there is a redeeming feature.
There is. Here we go.
Now.
And services across television ads, social media, or print. And everything from clothing, diet plans to perfumes. It catches our attention. We always wondered, did they use the product? Did they?
This is the SEC. This is the Securities and Exchange Commission.
Wait, where did they find this voice actor? Was it like, or this actor?
I don't think this is a voice actor. I think this is like the head of the SEC or some bullshit.
This is him. This is federal taxpayer dollars.
This is like the commissioner of the SEC, isn't it?
I think so.
Fuck.
How long ago did he die? Like, this guy looks like he's a week dead.
It gets so much better. You just have to keep.
He's even dressed like he's out of the
to endorse it. In any case, what does this have to do with the Securities and Exchange Commission?
Nobody cares. Oh my God.
Sometimes celebrities endorse investment opportunities like crypto tokens.
He is making it rain.
This is just they pulled off some stock video and so forth. So
look at the shirt. I don't care. Look at everything about this. This is the Securities and Exchange Commission.
Oh yeah, no, this is unforgivable. Like, this is a crime against taste and society. But I mean, they pulled this stock video off a stock video thing, but it is the worst thing ever.
or special purpose acquisition companies. Celebrity endorsements, though, don't mean that an investment product is right for you.
All right. I will say my man is just.
Can we go back? Is this guy okay? Is he having a seizure?
I know. He's loving his life because he just invested in some awesome crypto at the recommendation of Kim Kardashian until it goes tank and belly up.
Is that wasn't what it looked like? It looked like he was having a seizure and needs medical attention.
Maybe he was bewitched by one of the Salem witches. I know.
This hurts
It's that
me.
good.
Though, don't mean that an investment product is right for you, or even, frankly, that it's legitimate. Even if a celebrity endorsement is genuine, each investment has its own risk and opportunities and may not fit your investment needs.
And I mean, there might be
Furthermore,
some
a celebrity. or
How did Andrew
influencers
from Legal Mindset get in this
incentive-
video?
Dude, Emily played this video earlier this week and I was dying laughing. And she paused it here and she was like, wait, is that Andrew? This is Andrew. It's not really Andrew,
but it's Andrew.
Like, I'm convinced this is Andrew.
He
Until
should
I see
sue.
Andrew next to this person, like in the same room, this is Andrew.
He should sue over the use of his likeness as an endorsement on this.
Because I'm sure Andrew has opinions on the SEC.
I believe he does. If you check with Andrew, I believe that those opinions are loud.
To a heart of liquor.
He would be very, very upset to know that his likeness was used to shill for the federal government.
That is accurate.
Yeah.
aren't necessarily aligned with yours. We might enjoy watching a celebrity.
How sexist was that? Like the mom sitting there in the house with the kids playing in the background and she's like online investing. Like, are you kidding me?
All the guys are like, make it rain. And then mom is like,
yeah, what the F?
No.
This is terrible.
Playing on a basketball court, starring in a reality TV show or a movie, or performing to a large crowd at a stadium show. We shouldn't.
Wow. Thank you for telling us
kill me.
celebrities
Look,
are.
no, it's too much. I can't.
We're
Too
almost
much.
We're almost done.
So before investing, please do your research. Consider the investment's potential risk and benefits in light of your own financial goals. Search a company's finances, organization, and business prospects through the Securities and Exchange Commission's database called EDGAR. And when
They
it
named
comes
it?
to crypto,
They named it Edgar?
remember,
They named it. They named
But
it.
not only
I didn't
did
know
they
they
name
named
it,
it.
they named it Edgar.
Potter has
And-
opinions.
Yeah, this is hurting my dog. You need to stop this.
We're 20 more
any
seconds.
of
Your dog will
these are
live.
highly speculative assets. You may be wondering if it's right for you, or even if it might be a scam. If you have questions about investing, check out our resources at investment.com.
I think Kurt died. Okay, we're done.
Does that guy have an OnlyFans?
I'm sorry, but the federal government, the thing is, the stitching and
Is that
stuff
what
that
they
was
spent the
required.
$1.7 million on? Or that bullshit?
That's what I was asking. Like that editing clip, the editing itself actually is pretty well edited.
Who do they
It's
get to
just
do that? They get someone in house,
everything
the
they
SEC to do
chose.
that.
There's nothing. Now here's the funny part. You know the ad that little Instagram post that we read that Kim Kardashian put up there? You know how much she got paid for that? Kurt, come back. Kurt needs liquor. Kurt's broken. Kurt is going to the liquor cabinet. He's literally going to the liquor cabinet. Oh,
How much did
Okay.
you get paid?
I have to wait till Kurt, because Kurt has to hear it. Yep, he got the good stuff. We'll wait till the headphones come back in. He's patient. Look, he's trying to process what he just saw. He's really trying to process everything that he just saw. Yes, Kurt has pants on. He has shorts on. Kurt,
What?
he's there. Do you know how much Kim Kardashian got paid for that little Instagram post?
I'm guessing it was more than her fine.
$250,000 for posting that little Instagram story. That's not even a post. That's a story.
Man,
Yeah, that was fitting.
That just makes me sad.
Yeah.
You know what I've been paid $250,000 for? Precisely nothing ever.
Yep. $250,000 is what she received in compensation for posting that Instagram story that advertised that one crypto coin that went belly up.
No.
Yep.
Went belly up? No.
Who could have seen that coming?
You don't say.
Just. Yeah. So the SEC absolutely deserves to spike the football. They deserve to spike the football.
No, they don't.
Well, however,
Spiking the football is one thing, but that was not spiking the football. That was trying to spike the football, and that was like that wah wah wah. Wait, I think I have that. You have that. I haven't tested my noises, so I don't know how loud they are. I'm not going to do that to the chat. How about this one?
That was this version of spiking the football. Just a total banana spike.
Nothing about that was redeeming.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for bringing that to my attention. I really appreciate that.
You got to see Andrew in a suit making it rain.
And I regret every moment of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Rick's
I think I'm longing for the days when they had boring, stupid dry videos.
I mean, that is a boring, stupid dry video, but
it was terrible.
I'm currently drinking Blue Note Juke Joint whiskey. It's 120.9 proof.
What? You better have a small glass.
Created in Memphis, unfiltered.
Lovely. Oh, Michigan has Indiana this weekend.
I think we're going for shot number 3 here.
Someone said football, Rick. Someone said spiking the football and how the SEC needs to get off of social media and like disown their YouTube channel. How many followers does that channel have? YouTube.
I'm guessing mostly hate follows.
Securities. Oh, I wonder if that video has comments. Securities Exchange Commission. Securities Exchange Commission has 10,200 subscribers. It has posted 300 videos. That video has, oh God, this is sad. So their video they released 4 days ago has 128 views.
Well, hi guys. I'm from the SEC, and I'm so happy to see all of you.
Oh yeah!
Wow, so many people here. Let a friendly Blackleaf tell you all about the dangers of crypto coins.
You need to stop that.
Wow.
Nope.
Guys,
I will play the video. I will play the video again. I will play the video again if you keep doing that.
Golly gee, Rob, that
I will
doesn't
play
sound
it
very
again.
nice to your friend Blackleaf.
I will torture you with another SEC video, and they turn their comments off. Make it stop. They turned their comments off. And yes, that was the SEC chair, Gary Gensler, who is cautioning and in the head of that video. They turned their comments off. That video has 13,197 views and 203 likes. And someone is telling me in the chat that the IRS has a YouTube channel as well, Internal Revenue Service. Let's see. They probably, man, if you talk about like YouTube, like just, ooh, IRS videos, cool name, and they're verified. Neat.
I'm not verified.
They have 90,000 subs.
Well, gee, people, that seems like more people need to subscribe to our friends at the IRS.
Nope. But the IRS, so you know how they've been pushing YouTube Shorts a lot?
Yes.
The IRS has been putting out shorts. Like someone at the IRS is like in charge of social.
Do they have the dragon onesie?
shorts?
Please tell me they're doing it with the dragon onesie.
No, but they do it with like all kinds of. They have alcohol ink. They have puppy dogs that are sitting here with.
Oh, do they have a video on how they will tax your puppy dog?
No, they just have a puppy dog that says, "Haven't filed your 2021 return? Don't wait. Check the IRS electronic filing options." Hang on, I feel like I have to share this. This is terrible. This is the IRS's YouTube page.
Oh my!
Look at all the shorts. Like this isn't.
Click it,
dude. You know what? The IRS is doing
the
a lot
puppy
better than
one.
the SEC. The puppy one.
Click the puppy one.
I've got to do some shorts.
All right, that's not terrible. Oh God! No!
What the fuck is that?
No!
What the fuck is that?
I'm trying to find it.
You're gonna get a copyright strike playing that random music.
That's place. I'm not. I'm talking. Blah, 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 blah. I wasn't even on it.
You can't be. You're running risks.
I know. I'm running risk. I'm gonna mute the tab. We're not gonna listen to the audio.
We gotta hear the audio.
No,
dude, that's the IRS. It's a work of the government. It's not copyrighted.
This one. Oh, that's why is that? That's not IRS. That's Chapman's. No. All right. YouTube is failing me right now. YouTube is failing me. Anyways, that's the IRS. That was terrible. Why did that audio have? Why did they have to do all the music stuff? Stupid IRS.
I want to see more shorts.
No.
More shorts from the IRS. How about file now? Don't wait. Check IRS out. File the extension. You can still file your taxes electronically. Deadline is October 17th. Go to IRS/e-file. Thanks, IRS.
Good for you, IRS. File now. Don't wait.
Have you heard the buzz? If you still haven't filed 2021 for tax return,
it's just as bad.
Don't wait.
This is just as
Check
bad.
out your electronic filing options. Buzz over to irs.gov/e-file.
All right.
Is that a fish?
It is in California. That's
Hi,
just
fish.
that is just as bad.
I
That's
know
just
a
as
fish
bad
when
as
I
the
see
SEC
it.
stream. Yeah. That's just as bad. That's a little bit cringy.
Since we're over the 2-hour mark and we can get away with saying anything we want because YouTube is no longer bothering us, can we talk about how glad we are that Nick Rikiata is back and how much bullshit it was that he went through?
I already did that at the beginning.
Well,
see
I
my
just
shirt?
want to say fuck YouTube because they're a bunch of bastards.
That's fine. Don't tank mine.
No, it's after 2
It's
hours. They're not paying attention.
I'm sure that's exactly what YouTube does. Because we know. Because the thing is, because YouTube is so good about telling us what they effing do.
Yeah.
Like they're good at telling us. Yeah. You know what?
I'm really glad Nick is back.
I am too.
Because all these strikes against him seem all crap.
They're bullshit.
They're all crap.
junk.
They're all bullshit. And the fact he can't even stream still because like the latest strike is still valid. So he got apparently one of the earlier strikes removed, I guess.
Yeah.
It's all bullshit.
Melanie Schuyler, Rob's going to get audited if you watch. Yeah, with Google's relationship with the government, I'm pretty sure that they probably have something going on with YouTube. Like now,
Auditing me would be very boring.
You're not going to enjoy it. There's a lot of lawyer stuff. Yeah, YouTube keeps moving the goalposts. No, I don't want to talk about fish cheat. Oh, fish cheating scandal. You guys saw that video, didn't you?
Yes, with the people putting lead weights in the fish. Yeah.
Yes, I'm doing a video on that. I'm working on that. Just talking about like how serious that'd be in Canada and how really complicated the law is.
How serious would it be in Canada?
Depending on which charge you get, lots of jail time.
Really?
It's serious. It's serious in the U.S. too.
And it's actually really debatable as to it would actually be a really. Here's the other thing. It's such a complicated legal topic as to which charge would go under that they'd probably charge you with both, and then you'd have to hire a lot of legal work to get that sorted out. This would be an expensive file to defend.
What do you think, could Rob? Some sort of fraud by trick?
It's conversion by fraud.
That works. Yeah.
And it's felonious. It's a felony.
Yeah,
Easy.
I'm sure it is.
Because these guys, the thing, what you don't understand is that these guys were making hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Like in sponsorships, some of the prizes in these fishing tournaments are a free boat. That's like $100,000 bass boat.
Yeah. No, these guys apparently made 300 grand the year before on some of these tournaments.
Yeah, we could charge them with something that's like grand theft.
In Canada, it would be either fraud over 5,000 or cheating at play. But the cheating at play charge is really complicated because it gets into some interesting legal questions. So, gonna have a whole video on that, but I gotta get that recorded. So
it's interesting it's interesting how people cheat, and it's interesting that even people at the top levels cheat, and because they want to get to the next level. It's like endless quest for improvement, I suppose. And
people are asking how they cheated. They put lead weights into these fish. Yeah. And not only that, but they put fillets of other fish into the fish. And they stuffed it, not just in like the center cut. They actually like stuffed the fish to a point where the people actually had to cut the fish open to find the weights. Like a previously uncut open fish had to be cut open to find these weights. And the reason they got caught was the previous record was 16 pounds net for the fish. These guys came in not at 18 pounds, not at 20 pounds, not at 22 pounds, 33 pounds.
That's a lot. It's double.
Yeah.
Have you been following the trust cheating thing at all, Rob?
I have looked at it. I am refusing to look at it anymore because of the insinuation until they actually prove what actually happened. I don't.
The theory on that one seems a little bit
tenuous.
Yeah.
The worst is those devices are called thumpers.
I didn't know that. Well, thank you for bringing that to my attention. Can you design a thumper for me, Rob?
Nope. Not with the chess cheating thing in mind. Nope. Not doing that.
With other things in mind?
He wants to cheat at Vegas.
Oh, no. I'm not going to do that because then you'll get arrested and beaten, and Vegas is not nice.
No, they don't beat you anymore.
Vegas doesn't do that anymore. They've got the legal system there wrapped around their fingers, and Vegas...
They very much do, and they have cameras on everything. You cannot cheat in Vegas.
Do not commit a crime in any casino anywhere, because I can tell you, normally in criminal law, you end up with a lot of cameras, and this is changing because good cameras are becoming more affordable, but you'd end up with these cameras where it's like a lot of times it's like somebody robs a liquor store and you have video footage and it's like, well, the fuzzy gray blob points a thing at the other fuzzy gray blob. Casino cameras, not like that. I had a guy who said, oh, well, they have me on camera, but how good is the camera? And I'm like, you were wearing Levi jeans at the time. And they were, relaxed fit because I could zoom in and read the label, and zoomed in like that far to read the label on the guy's pants from like 60 feet away. It looked like I had it in front of me. Like it, the resolution is so insane. And this is also why when you get disclosure videos from casinos, they never come as like, hey, we're going to email you the video, or even we're going to burn it to a disk. It comes as like a hard drive, because it'll be like, here's 45 seconds of video, and it's like, 50 gigs of data. And you're going, what? Yep. It's insane, the level of quality they have. And you can quite literally, like, the dealer will be sitting there with cards, and we'll show the cards up for a second, and you can read them crystal clear.
Yeah, I just wanted to draw attention to this. Chrissy Lee, I did see it. Thank you so much for sending this. You did get my attention. Out of the hospital. Glad you're out of the hospital.
Excellent.
Card hacked, so couldn't super chat. You don't have to super chat. I try to see you guys in the chat. I really do. I'm glad you're home from the hospital, and I'm glad that your wheelchair got fixed. I know that we had a busted wheelchair, but then the orderly brought a brand new wheelchair the next day. So I do see you guys. I actually know your stories. A lot of them. I try to. So Either way. All right. I have to catch up on super chats because that's the last story. I like ending on that one rather than the Rust settlement, which just makes my stomach turn. If you want to talk about the Rust settlement, Hogue did a great hangouts and headlines on it. I know other people have covered it. Kurt, did you cover it?
I was with Hogue.
Go check those videos out. It turns the stomach. I don't like it. I don't want to end on that. So we're going to end with those happy thoughts of people cheating at fish games and the SEC doing a terrible video and all of the above. Just yes. And okay, super chats.
I've got to run here, but I do see a comment. Somebody's asking, would you guys argue on behalf of the Onion in the Supreme Court if they asked? I would pay the Onion to have me.
I would.
I'm available. I'm licensed. There's my license right there. I'm ready.
I'm not, but I would totally. I would be like, let's try to take the bar in the U.S. just to get licensed to do this, because being able to argue that brief with and do it straight deadpan.
I read the entire brief on my channel. It was worth it. It was great.
I read half of it. The part that I loved, my favorite was the 15th page where he uses precious words to say this.
My favorite part is where they explain the joke and it's funny as they're doing it, which is I didn't even know that was possible.
Everything about that brief, I would pay good money to argue for that, because it's the one time you have the actual license and excuse to look at a Supreme Court justice and tell them a joke with a straight face, and they cannot yell at you.
Yeah. Well, I think that they could, but still. But I got to run. And I'm also trying to set up a soundboard for something planned for other stuff, but I've got good exit music. So see you guys.
See you, Ian. All right, Kurt, you with me to do some super chats?
Yeah, baby. Let's do some super chats. Oh, yeah.
LOL. My name is Jackie. Jackie. See, I said it was Jock. I'm sorry, Jackie. It's Jackie Clegg.
Hello, Jackie.
Oh, God. Kurt's
JoJo 6178. Mike, you love us and you know it. Oh, yeah. Crazy cat queen for Mike. If I were to buy my load, just be sent to me. Do you recommend the brand to try just for fun?
There is just one brand of Malort. It's Jepson's. There is no other brand of Malort.
Kathy says, I got my lawyers a Dragon's hoodie day. Ooh, that'll keep you warm when I'm not there to help hold your hand. Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, this is great. Bubbles, it's been highlighted that even facial recognition can't distinguish between people of color. Scary. Yes, I know that they have had trouble with that. Didn't know I could. Debbie, I didn't know. I think it's probably a heart. Debbie more than, and then she goes and drops a reference to my old fave, bit about putting the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable. Yeah, that was when we were trying to pronounce a Canadian name. I'm sorry, I butchered that. Mandalore wise, petition to gift Rob a robot unicorn for the jury. It may need some assembly, but a Gunpla stream would be fun. I don't know what that is. Gunpla. I've got a rope. There's a unicorn robot. It's the purple one in the end.
Uncivil Laws back with some more super chats. Vez from Quebec. Hardy is playing Wizard tonight. Thank you, Vez.
Hardy was, that was fun.
Poise Nev. Random high moment. The president of Ukraine and Nick Rikiata look like twins. Nick Rikiata's a man undoing his own, baby.
Yep. And he's back online tonight.
Miss Opinion. Hey, you looking for that MRS degree? I remember that story with SW. I'll check for Vation. Pretty sure he has the ATC. Go get that call sign, baby.
Go get that call sign.
Whatever. We'll have to get Mike on L&D. He says nerds, but he'll have the best time.
I'm convinced he would. He would too. He would. He'd love it.
Reen 432 says, "What about the cockpit voice recorder?" I gotta.
Nope. You're not doing it. I'm not letting you go there. You can go. You can say a lot of things, but good for you for catching yourself mid-sentence. What about the cockpit voice recorder? They only record when they're actually broadcasting, I believe. I'm not positive, but that also might be why some of the settlement was there. Claude Simeon, is it safe for Ms. Debbie Davis to be here? I think it was. Shouldn't she observe some level of decorum? No, Debbie is her own person. Can we encourage her to be bad? Debbie is bad. You don't need to encourage her. Just because maybe the pilot had a mental break and thought he was Richard Hatch of the first season of Survivor, that seems very uncomfortable and awkward, just like it probably was in that cockpit. Lindsay Metcalf now taking bets on how a surprise pilot in a birthday suit is going to make its way into Lawyers and Dragons. I feel like David probably got ideas that he shouldn't have gotten tonight.
Crazy Cat Queen says, imagine having to clean that cockpit. Some joke that I'm going to pass on again. Let's press on. Crazy Cat Queen says, exchange of control for the flight. You have the stick? I have the stick. I have the stick right here.
Oh, it's so bad. Oh, no.
Joel and Runkle was the name of the second witness. Oh, yeah. Witness to my glory.
Oh, God.
Just because. What kind of mindset do you need to fly Southwest anyway?
Oh, I got this one. A legal mindset, just like the SEC video.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Miss Opinion. Hey, looking at you, girl. Can't get enough of your love, babe.
Oh, yeah.
Blackbox records everything. It can record random chatter, and you don't have to press anything. You can hear flight attendants open the door with a drink. Okay.
Oh, there was more there. There's a reason that case settled. I don't know.
Crazy Cat Queen says go Knowles.
Nope. Go Wolfpack. I need a redemption weekend. I know that the Knowles are your team. I can't. I need a redemption weekend. Brentwood Chic. Rob, sing Fly Me to the Moon. Let me swing among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, next super chat. I got you some. There was somebody
says, I said nothing. Kurt brought it up. Tiger, tiger, tiger.
I know. Kristen was she was very nice to me. She DM'd me beforehand and she was like, I'm saying hi to you before the game starts because I know you might not want to talk after. I was like, thank you. Dealy Moo. Could y'all not speculate as to what you would or would not do when being sexually harassed? I am not. I actually really wasn't. Why didn't she do this or that is not it? You don't know what you'd do or how you'd react. I don't think that I actually did that. This case is complicated. I don't know how it's going to play out. He's already been convicted criminally for doing some conduct that was rather shady. The facts are too salacious to not actually mention, not to mention the fact that major publications such as the Associated Press used words that were provocative in their own story. You didn't think they knew what they were saying?
I believe I can fly.
Yeah, this pilot is going to get her day in court.
Touch the sky.
This woman, she's going to get her day in court. She is. She also was fine with her name being out there on this one. So I'm going to push back on that a little bit. I don't think I handled that insensitively. Crazy Cat Queen. Rob, how about a friendly wager for tomorrow's game? Also, how much for you to sing some Sinatra? I think I did. I just did.
Answer.
Yeah. Friendly wager for tomorrow's game. Friendly wager is, I don't know. Because the thing is, how does the wager work in this regard? You come up with your end. I will sing a song if we lose. I'll sing half a song of your choice, but it has to be of a decent variety, such as something like Frank or something that I know I can probably sing. Hell, I'll sing Georgia if that's what you want, but that'll be the wager. Peggy Reardon, aren't the cockpits supposed to be locked anyways? Locked always? They are, but there's a special lock that prevents the stewardesses or the flight attendants, stewards, whatever you want to call them, flight attendants from getting in. Wagner was the Seahawks, so makes up for being a Ram. He was the Seahawks during the Super Bowl season, I believe. Trufflehound, herein is the difference between USA and Australia. When an idiot ran onto the cricket pitch and got leveled by Andrew Roy Simmons, nobody got sued, and even the idiot conceded it was a cracker hit. Yeah, that guy was, I'm going to say tool of the toolist order. Like there is no, that's just too terrible. You can't, if you run down the sideline, that's the thing. If I'm doing that protest, I am going nowhere near the benches at all. Those are big people that I know will wreck me. I am staying in the middle of the field where a big fat security guard has to try and chase me down. I am not going near an all-pro linebacker who is going to possibly step out and completely level my ass without so much as like a breathing heavy. Yeah, that guy was a jerk. Aurora W. Is anyone covering the Lewis Black Pandora lawsuit yet? Ooh. I don't know. Kurt, have you seen anything about that suit?
No, I haven't. Sounds interesting, though.
I bet that'll be good. Yeah.
Should we change the
I like
background color?
Yeah. Thanks for a great Friday Night Frenzy. Good end to a week stolen by COVID. I'm so sorry you went through that. Hopefully you're recovering very well. K-Rap. SEC rules require that her payment be disclosed and that she is not the only celebrity in the class action lawsuit. I actually saw that as well. I'm sorry if I misreported that. I know there are other celebrities in that lawsuit, and I know that the SEC is really trying to crack down on that. Kristen M96. Next Pimpcast. Take this video for Andrew. I like that. Someone needs to grab that video and just play it for Andrew over and over. Someone stitch his face onto that person, even if it's not him.
You're already there.
He's there. Yeah, it's him. Lynn, the ad makes me think of the old Disney parodies and 1950s ads. It was really bad. Kelly Dawson, my first ever super chat. Thank you very much. I had to since I love listening to you three. Thanks for making my bad week end on a good note. I'm sorry you had a bad week. I'm glad that we were able to help. We do this every Friday, and Kurt jumps on, Mike jumps on. We have people come in and out. This is a casual stream to go over the week. That's why we call it Friday Night Frenzy, because we never know where we're going to go with it. And I just like to laugh during these things. The week's hard enough as it is. Miss Deed, love to see you, Kurt. I saw you and Rob on Andrew's channel with Drex. That was an adventure. I had no idea what I was stepping into. And then suddenly I was looking at prosthetic breasts cutting something on a circular saw.
I missed that part of it.
You didn't miss very much. It was eventful. That's Sarah. SEC filing search name Edgar for over 20 years. Huh. Okay. I didn't know that. Clever. TX Carey. $20. Rob Sinatra time. Luck be a lady tonight. Luck be a lady tonight.
Rain 432 is bringing the rain with $5 Canadian. SEC guy looks like the old man from Poltergeist. He
actually
sure does.
Kind of. Now that you said that, I don't like that. Like, yeah, that's tough to see.
Kristen M says IRS's YouTube channel too. We saw and we enjoyed it.
This is the federal government.
Trufflehound, you have $7.99 and all those Australian dollars. Ha ha ha. For the Aussies in the chat, the ATO also has a YouTube channel. All right.
Good God. I get it. Oh, and I do want to say this. Antics of question. What do you think of Daryl Brooks' antics this week? They were disappointing, but also expected. Nothing good about that trial is going to come from this, other than you will see. Hopefully, we're going to see justice get kind of laid out. I don't like watching it. It's not fun. Like the girlfriend's testimony bothered me. Like where he's watching the girlfriend testify, and I didn't like that. And I didn't catch all of it. I know he had an outburst before the lunch break and had to be detained. So we'll see what happens this coming week. Ha ha ha.
That one
for the Aussies in the chat. Yep, saw that. Thank you. Rosalind Duke, thank you very much for their very generous super chat. Christine Hill, great fun, guys. Thank you. Thank you very much for being here. Very much appreciated. New Zealand Butterfly Girl, Heather. Thank you for being you, Rob. I love Friday nights. Well, Saturday afternoon here, LOL. And it makes my week better. After tough weeks with my parents' health issues, I need these streams. Thank you. That means more to me than you guys actually probably imagine. I love being able to give a little bit of fun back into the ether.
I appreciate it on a personal level too, because I've been a little bit down this week and I'm feeling better. So, hey, Rob's bringing a little light to my life too.
Just got to make people laugh. And every now and then you got to sing. It's just wonderful. I love it. Rosalind Duke, I'm just so happy my son can hear after his latest surgery in the Navy and everyone's busy. That is amazing. That's wonderful news. Honestly, have a cocktail, celebrate, jump around with joy, all of the above. That's awesome. Thank you for laughter and distraction. That's, God, you guys are awesome. Crazy Cat Queen, the Knowles also need a redemption weekend. It ain't gonna be this weekend, honey. I hope not. I really hope not. BS, unfortunate initials. I like that. That's a good username. Will SW cleaners have to carry black lights now? I don't want to know. If you see someone going onto a Southwest flight that's the cleaning crew and they have a black light with them, run the other way. Get your money back. Rosalind Duke, thank you again for the super chat. Go enjoy your son's hearing. I hope that you're laughing your butt off and having a good time. Laura, thank you for the super chat. Very much for that. Truffle Hound, this seems an appropriate time. A chameleon went to the doctor because he couldn't change colors anymore. The doctor diagnosed him, oh God, Truffle Hound, with a reptile dysfunction.
Nice.
I read that out loud.
It's great.
Yep, for my friend 9-Inch Nails Gal. That deserves another read. A chameleon went to the doctor because he couldn't change colors anymore. The doctor diagnosed him with a reptile dysfunction. Oh my word. That was too good. I'm going to actually use that at a later moment of my choosing. My bad for getting serious. Why is a pro se defendant referred to in the third person?
It's just standard.
Yeah. I mean,
It's
calling them the defendant?
Yeah.
It's the defendant. Because they're a party. If you refer to them directly, it can be prejudicial because you're actually targeting them. Like if I'm sitting in court, I can't look directly at opposing counsel. Like if Kurt's the other side, I can't look at him directly and say, Kurt said this. I can't do that. I have to direct my comments to the bench. I can't get personal in court. So I have to put a medium between my comments and the person I'm making the comment about. Sandra Ramirez, perfect stream to end a long, rough week. Thanks, gentlemen. Thank you, Sandra, very much for being here. Elizabeth Walker, thank you for another Friday Night Frenzy. You helped me smile despite being down.
How'd you like to do like 8 more shots and just get totally loaded, Rob?
No, not doing that. Nope, we're not doing that.
Well, it sounds like a lot of fun.
I need to be awake. I need to be awake. My channel. I need to be awake. Oh, I need to be awake in the morning. And I had a decent week. It was a long week, but it was a good week. And I've got trial next week. It's a good, yeah. I like these streams. They're fun. Yeah. So, thank you for another great Friday Night Frenzy. You helped me smile, blah, blah, blah. Yep. I said that. I didn't mean to say blah, blah, blah. I was just repeating that I did say that. Back thrown out. I'm sorry your back was thrown out. I hope it's getting better. Stay off of it. Get some ice on it. Rest and take advantage of all the help you can. Don't lift a finger and make other people lift them for you. Thank you. Peggy Cole, Kurt, did you get your bar results yet?
No, not yet. Last time I heard, they said mid-October, and even though it's October the 7th, there has been no further clarification. So I don't know what that means. I don't know. Sometime, I hear New Jersey is getting the results in November, so I don't know.
Ouch. I thought the whole universal bar was supposed to be faster.
I don't know, man. I mean, they have to grade it by hand, and there were a lot of people taking the bar exam in Texas, so I'm not sure how it works in the details, but yeah, I really hope I pass because it was intense. And if I pass, then I think it's off to the California bar, and then maybe after that I'll sit for the foreign service exam just because that sounds like fun.
The foreign service exam. That does sound interesting, though.
Yeah. Why not? I can be a diplomat.
Yes, Kurt, because you're so diplomatic. Because you wouldn't look at some ambassador from another country and call them an idiot to their face. Even though we're all thinking
is the correct title for an ambassador.
Excellency mean your idiocy? Is that what that is? Is that how we translate it? Yeah, I love it. Okay. Oh God. All right. Bop it. Thank you for making my cheeks hurt from smiling and laughing so much. Oh God, you guys, these responses make me feel awesome. I think Karate Cat Mom meant, why did Brooks call himself by third person? He called himself Mr. Brooks during Cross. That is just a him thing. Maybe it's trying to distance himself from the actual person he's accusing of doing these things, I would probably advise someone do something similar, to be honest. Don't refer to yourself as me while you're asking a question about something you did. Place distance, even in words. Actually, come to think of it, if you did that, that's actually pretty smart. That's actually really smart.
Also, to pass the Texas bar, I have to take 12 hours of Texas-specific CLE. I've taken 1 hour of it so far, and it makes me want to die because it's like every CLE is just so boring.
I took a full day CLE this week, and I wanted to blow my head off.
Yeah. That's the problem. It's either boring or it's trying to be hip, and either way, it just makes you want to. It's like, whenever I feel bad about myself or I feel like maybe I'm not doing that great as an educator, I just remind myself of all CLE ever, and I instantly feel much better. There's one exception, and it's one that I'm signed up for next week. The inspiration for me doing Trials of the Century, there was a guy who teaches a CLE who goes around and teaches lawyers Trials of the Century. And he does interviews with all the attorneys and breaks it down. And it's the only exciting CLE I've ever seen. And this guy sells out CLEs every single year, like sells out like the second it gets announced. Because if you're going to learn a law credit, you might as well earn it learning cool stuff. But okay, that sums it up for the Super Chats this evening. Thank you all very much for being here. To all of my guests, especially Kurt, for sticking around and helping sing songs and read Super Chats with me. And just as I say that, as always, New Zealand Butterfly Girl, I have every confidence that you passed the bar, Kurt. We will all see how intelligent you are. I appreciate that. I mean, the essays were particularly brutal. I mean, there was 2 rule against perpetuity questions in the essays, and why?
Yep.
It's notorious for being one of the most difficult things. And like,
this is what Kurt's,
the essays were rough.
And guys in the chat, this is what Kurt's brain does. When the longer it takes for the results to come out, the more he's questioning what he did. We're all confident he did fine. He did fine, and I'm going to get a text message from him probably sometime at the end of next week saying, "Hey, I passed," and we'll all celebrate and have some champagne. And
I'm
shots.
sure you'll know instantly one way or another, because like
we're going to find out.
If I fail, I'm sure every hater I have will have absolutely no problem on sending 8,000 Twitter messages about how I suck and how I failed and how
you know what, Kurt, stop, because you know what's funny about that is you still passed at least one more bar than they did. That is a thing. I'm sorry so they can go F themselves. We're not going to get any hate on this channel at all, and you're not going to get any hate from my chat here. Y'all are fantastic. Don't think negatively. You did great, and we're gonna be celebrating next time we hang out. Until then, Kurt, give everyone the big smile, and let's not that one, not the Sideshow Bob smile. No Sideshow Bob, bad Sideshow Bob. Thank you everyone for being here. Thank you, Kurt, for hanging out. And then until next time, cheers. Enjoy your evening, enjoy your weekend, and hopefully I'll see a lot of you for Lawyers and Dragons 10 a.m. tomorrow. So until then,